It's college basketball time on the Antler Sports Network. We're in Dallas-Fort Worth once again for this special presentation, the inaugural presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Hi, everybody. Jared Jones, and a man that is acclimated with the city we are in today. We're on the campus of Texas Wesleyan in Fort Worth, Texas. With me is a Fort Worth native, Justin Jackson. Justin, always an honor and a pleasure to speak with you. This time, speaking with you with a headset on, so a little bit different than our normal conversations. What did you say?
Yes, sir. It's very different in this case.
With us also is Mr. Tommy to our left, our fantastic camera worker to keep us, I guess you could say keep us in check. Who knows? Might try to keep each other in check, depending on how this game goes. Today's game is a non-conference matchup. Second game of the year for both of these teams. The Rams of Texas Wesleyan, starting off with a record of 1-0, hasn't started conference play in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They'll be taking on the 0-1 Lady, Our Lady of the Lake Saints, representing the Red River Athletic Conference. Just last night, and we'll review this game here on the All-State pregame drive. They fell 74-71 on the road against Southwestern Assemblies of God. Missed a potential game-winning shot after coming back from being down 12 with 6:17 left to go in the second half of play. The main straw that stirred the drink for the Saints that ball game, as we watch some highlights here, was number 5, the main ball handler, the guard for the Saints, Ruben Manzano. 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. The game started off relatively solid for Our Lady of the Lakes. They went in with a SAG-U team that had plenty of size, but as we'll see as we introduce our starters for this ball game, see the big-time dunk there. The Saints had size as well, except for SAG-U earlier in the first half, used their size to dominate their athleticism. But as the game ticked down, the Saints eventually got things going when they needed to. You see, costly turnovers eventually led to the comeback being a little bit tougher than it needed to be. But with time winding down, came back from down 12. One last shot to try to give the Saints the lead. Let's see how it turned out. Final shot there, no good, as you can see. Definitely a heartbreaking way to go out in your first game of the season.
Definitely so. It seems like they put a lot of hard work into it, but a lot of last-minute transition goals shots that were not falling for them. The biggest deal for these guys is rebounds and turnovers. If they can get more rebounds and less turnovers, I think they'll be having better time in their conference.
Also, the three ball was a big-time factor in this case. Might have even been their downfall. We look at some of the three-point shooting stats for multiple Saints players. Let's just kind of go down the list. 3 for 9, 1 for 6, 0 for 3, 3 for 4, 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 2 for 7. And so far, percentage-wise, shooting a mere .265 from behind the arc. This is really the game of basketball now. A whole lot of three-point shots. When you live by the 3, down by the 3, you either win or you fall.
You either win or you fall, and no names will be said, but our NBA guys have definitely inspired a new style of play.
I feel like there's a specific number 30 from a team in California that we can reference to. But like you said, no names.
No names will be said.
Who knows? Some random guy. You might not even know who he is.
Shoot the ball, turn your back. No, don't even think about the rebound. And like I said last night, if they had just pushed in more offensive rebounds, I think this game would have been a different matchup.
And also the turnover game, but we'll continue to discuss as we get ready for tonight's ball game. You're tuned in to the All-State Moody Agency pregame drive.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
College basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson here with you as the Rams of Texas Wesleyan and the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University get ready to tip things off at the Sid Richardson Center. You're in the All-State pregame drive. And prior to tip-off, we had a talk with the number 10 team in TAPS 1A. Head coach Ronnie Raines, head coach and athletic director of the Athens Christian Preparatory Academy Lady Storm, coming off of a state championship appearance. We had to speak with him, had to talk with him to see how the boys in Storm and the Lady Storm teams are going to be looking forward to this time as basketball season rages on. Welcome into the All-State pregame drive. We're at the Sid Richardson Center on the campus of Texas Wesleyan University, home of the Rams in Cowtown of Fort Worth, Texas, as they host the Our Lady of the Lakes Saints. It's homecoming night as well here in Fort Worth, Texas. With us via the ABS T-shirt graphics hotline is a man that I've become very familiar with, and I'm sure everyone watching at home or wherever you may be tuning in will be familiar with, the head coach of the 10th ranked team in TAPS 1A, the head coach and the head man of the Athens Christian Preparatory Academy Lady Storm, a good coach and most importantly a good friend of mine, head coach Ronnie Raines. Ronnie, always a great opportunity to talk with a guy I've grown pretty fond of. Always enjoy speaking with you, whether that be about our good old Dallas Mavericks or even just typical basketball. How are we?
Oh, doing great, man. It's always good to talk to you and see you and all that good stuff. So we're kind of on the phone, so I don't really see you, but you know what I mean.
I'm sure we all understand here on the ABS Future Graphics Hotline. We'll be having a lot of Storm action to start off our basketball season. We'll have your homecoming doubleheader as the girls take on All Saints and the boys will take on Winona in a homecoming doubleheader. And also we'll be doing our Lady Storm Classic, a tradition in Athens Christian Preparatory Academy. I can say that the Antler Sports Network is proud to have our name on it and cover some pretty good basketball coming up soon. But let's talk about your Lady Storm. A lot of changes, of course, with a shooter that we all know relatively well, with Riley Jackson heading on to greener pastures, hopefully playing at the next level. I know I at least hope to see her play at the next level. She was a darn good player. But kind of talk about what your team is looking like now. You have a couple of tall mountains there at the 4 and 5 position. Your own Twin Towers, your own Sampson and Elijah one, sort of say. Kind of talk about how the team is looking. You got some scrimmage games in, and of course you've gotten plenty of practice. Give us an outlook on how the Lady Storm is looking so far this year.
Well, we're still looking young, and but we are excited about them. It is a young team, freshmen, sophomores, a couple of juniors sprinkled in there. It's the first year in the 9 years I've been here that I haven't had any seniors. So it's pretty exciting and it's scary at the same time, but scary in a good way. These girls can be scary good, but I don't think they realize it yet, especially our two freshmen, that's Reagan Head and Kylie Normanton, who are 5'9" and 6 foot respectively. And I don't think they're through growing yet either, and they're just, working through it, trying to figure out their whole length and body situation, and having to get used to playing some high school basketball now, and not finding out that they're no longer the biggest girls in junior high, and now that they have to go up against some young ladies that are their equals now. And so far, the other night we scrimmaged La Pointer, and we've done well against Bishop Gorman and Crossroads, and they've held their own, and I like what I see.
Now, last season, In case some of our viewers don't remember, we covered the playoff game at Trinity Valley Community College and Cardinal Gymnasium, as you guys took on Faustina and beat Faustina en route to a state championship appearance, a state tournament appearance, with only 6 players. Every time I think back, and even in our conversations off the air, I always think back to how you have 6 players on a roster. I'll never forget when I first communicated with you when you reached out and asked to get the game on, and I asked you to send me a roster, and you only sent 6 names. I thought to myself, okay, maybe he's just switching up a couple numbers, but you said no, that's it, with a straight face, and said that's what we're going with. And that was some of the most treacherous defense I've seen from a girls' basketball team in a very long time. What goes into the culture? What happens in practice? Give us some tips of the trade on how you can take a girls' team with 6 players playing 94 feet defensive basketball for almost an hour straight and get to the state tournament and already be poised for another deep playoff run with opening up the year with a 10th in the state ranking. Give us, what's the juice? What's the secret sauce? Give us some insight.
Well, I think you just mentioned it. It's defense. We kind of hang our hat on defense, and that's what we get up plenty of shots. We do all that stuff, but we really stress defense, and doesn't matter who we're playing. We don't want them to have an easy night. We don't want them to be comfortable, and it's it's just getting the girls to buy into it. And I think when they get a couple of games, like when we were able to play scrimmage against La Pointer this weekend, and they're 17th ranked team in 2A in UIL, and they're just a powerhouse every year in and year out in high school girls basketball. They were able to see, that, hey, I can defend these girls. Obviously, a school that has more kids to choose from, and it has a lot more talent than we do. And this year we're excited. We have 8 players this year, Jared, not 6. So,
oh, wow. So 3 extra outside of your starting 5.
Yeah. And they'll all play, even though they're young. They'll all play because we're going to apply the pressure again this year. We're going to pick up the man and play some heavy man and some pressure zone, and just like I said, we just want to make it uncomfortable for whoever it is we're playing, no matter who they are, and then obviously hope that our shots are falling, and if they are, then everything should work out good for these girls. But like we said, they're young, they're going to grow. We're going to go through some ups and downs this year. They're going to, but I still believe that this is a team that can find its way back to Waco again with a couple of breaks.
Now, I want to go to the boys' side now. Of course, a shakeup at the head coach position, brand new head coach. I believe Marcelo Brown is in his first year as the head of the boys' Storm team. I know, of course, I've practiced with those guys personally. I've even played a little bit of outside pickup ball. If you can find that footage on Twitter or on whichever social media platform if you post it to, I can't really recall at the moment. Please don't go looking for it. Let's just say I'm more fit for the booth instead of the court nowadays. But kind of talk about the boys' team and, of course, a new coach, a new culture, new things getting implemented. What are some of the positives that you've seen as we get ready for the season?
Same thing. Young team. No seniors, and we got an outstanding young sophomore point guard and a couple of young men that who've come over transferred in from Maybank that are just outstanding players and just good kids. And Coach Brown has 21 years of experience in coaching with youth league and an AAU ball, and he's already made an impact, and he really stresses the fundamentals and pretty much kind of on the same thought process of building a team as that I have, and that is just build through defense and just get up and down the floor. They're going to be a fun team to watch, and Uh, Again, I think this is a team that, unlike the previous years, we've struggled in our boys program, and we wanted to bring in someone that can build a basketball program. To our last playoff appearance for our boys was in 2018, and since then we've had a rough time winning a handful of games over the last 4 or 5 years. But I think things are about to change, and Coach Brown has just brought a positive attitude, and the kids have been working all summer and with him, and they've been, they've bought in, and so I really look, and we would be surprised if they are not also in the playoffs this year for the first time since 18.
All right, now one last thing I want to touch on as well, and an aspect that I know you've been pushing a lot within the Storm Sports Facebook group, in that group. Pleasure to be in that group as well and get some extra coverage to the Storm and Athens Christian Preparatory Academy. Football is on the horizon for the Storm. To close things out here on the All-State pregame drive, give us a little bit of insight, as much as you can, mind you, as to Storm football getting ready to hit the field once again.
Yeah, we're ready to get back into football. It'll be six-man football, which is, if you've never seen six-man football, it's just a lot of fun. And, you can get scores like 80 to 70 and things like that.
So basketball scores pretty much. So it's right up your alley, huh?
Yeah. It's basically arena football outside. And it's a lot of fun and a lot of kids, but it's football. And we're excited to have Hannah Shipley as our head coach. And if that last name sounds familiar, yes, he is part of the famous Shipley family here in Texas, that Jordan and Jackson that played for UT, and of course Hannah's dad, who was an All-American at TCU and coaches in Marble Falls, and Hannah's uncle, also a high school coach. So that Shipley name is kind of high school royalty in Texas high school football. And so we're excited to have Hannah as our head coach and building that program. And I think the school, the families have wanted to bring football back, and the time is right, and our program is building. And so we're excited to get back into it next year. Actually, we're going to start our spring workouts, this year in 23, and just get it all organized and make our debut and hit the field once again in the fall of 23 in TAPS six-man football.
All right, Coach, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, man, I'm just excited about basketball. I'm bummed. I'm always excited to get to talk to you, but I'm bummed because I should be at a basketball game tonight, but the Storms got us canceled tonight. And so we play Monday night, and we get our season started Monday night. And so we're excited about that. And just looking forward to it, and looking forward to having you out next weekend for our homecoming festivities and everything as we celebrate our 15th year as a school here in Athens.
All right, Coach, always a pleasure to speak with you. If you want to tune into those homecoming games, you can go to our YouTube page at youtube.com/@AntlerSN. Pretty much the same as our Twitter handle. Just take away the underscore, as the Lady Storm will be taking on the Trojans of Tyler All Saints, and the boys will be taking on Winona in homecoming action live from the Cain Center in Athens, Texas. With us via the ABS Teacher Graphics Hotline, the head coach of the 10th-ranked Athens Christian Preparatory Academy Lady Storm, and hopefully a team that can make it back to the state championship and bring home a little bit of hardware. Ronnie Raines, always a pleasure as always to speak with you. Thank you for your time as we get ready for the Rams and the Saints on college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under the hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network. To make winning decisions, you need a championship team in your corner. Monument Realty, led by Anthony Hyder, is that championship team. With countless houses sold in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you're sure to score the right abode for you and your family. If finding the perfect home is in your future's game plan, then Monument Realty and Anthony Hyder are your perfect play call to get the job done. Monument Realty in Frisco, Texas, the official realtor company of the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, and the Antler Sports Network.
I'm the play-by-play announcer who's in your ear
all game long. And the more praise I heap on your team, the more excited you get. Touchdown!
Now, you don't hear the upstairs toilet overflowing, and I don't mean with confidence.
You wanted a bowl season? You got a bowl season.
And if I could show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Did you know you had a Texas State bucket list must-see right in the heart of East Texas? It's Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas. Circle M is more than just crawfish. It's home to the best deep-fried catfish in town. There's something for everybody to enjoy, including chicken fried steak, burgers, and ready-for-game-day wings. Circle M has everything you need to have a good time with the whole family, with a gated playground to keep kiddos entertained. Circle M Crawfish on State Highway 155 in Big Sandy, Texas, home of Circle M Rivalry Week.
MTC Beats.
We're at the half between the Rams of Texas Wesleyan. All right, welcome back to the All-State Moody Agency pregame drive as we get you set for the inaugural college basketball stream in the history of the Antler Sports Network. As we loom closer to tip-off and we loom closer to the one-year anniversary of the Antler Sports Network, we have with us prior to tip-off the head coach of 11 seasons of the Texas Wesleyan Rams as they get set to face off the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake in a homecoming matchup in Sid Richardson Gymnasium, that head coach being Coach Braden Shangleton. Coach, how are we prior to tip-off?
Doing good. Just, anticipating playing, and it's been a long day because you sit around all day waiting to play for a 7 o'clock tip, so we're ready to go.
Now, kind of talk about, and we talked about this before hitting the air, the chemistry that you guys are building and kind of the environment of the team. Can you elaborate more on that?
We've got a really connected group. With 8 seniors, you anticipate maturity. So, and then also you anticipate guys having the same goals. So I think we're getting there. It's a matter of being kind of battle tested, not to be too cliche, but we've got to go through some tough times to make sure that we are connected. I hope tonight's not one of those nights, but we just need to go out there and play and kind of build off the experience of our practices and our preseason.
Now, you're going against the Saints team that's coming off a pretty tough loss last night against SAG-U in a contest in a pretty hostile environment that took a lot of threes. Didn't make too many of those threes, but down the stretch, those made threes fell at the right time.
Right.
What is it going to take to defeat the Saints at home tonight?
We gotta stay down on defense. We gotta find the ball, more importantly, and not try to block shots, but just contest shots and then rebound and run. We gotta stay disciplined on defense, and more importantly, just kind of stay to our character and not get rattled. They're gonna hit some threes. I mean, anytime a team shoots 34, 35 threes, they're gonna hit a few of them. But we just got to make sure we stay in character and not get crazy because, at the end of the day, if they hit a couple, that's fine. Just can't let them get rhythm threes.
And who do we need to look out for this team? I know there's a lot of size, a lot of athleticism on the offensive defensive side of the ball that can really, really open your playbook. Who do we need to look out for?
They've got a couple of kids that can really play 0-5, and those guys can really play. And then they've just got a couple of kids like 15 that can come off the bench and really stretch the floor and shoot it. They're a good team. They're athletic. They run some good stuff. They play downhill. They're aggressive. I think they're going to kind of fall into a little bit of a trap with us because we're deep at the guard position, and if we can get the ball in the paint, we're physical enough to finish. So we just got to, like I said, they've got good players. Coach Dial's always done a good job. He runs good stuff, but we just got to be disciplined and stick to our game plan. It should fall in our favor.
All right, let's close things out. What would a win tonight mean for the rest of the year?
I will tell you I will sleep better this evening. I don't know, have a clue what the year will bring, but going into a Sunday day off, it'll feel a lot better than losing.
All right, anything else you'd like to close out with?
No, thanks for being here. More importantly, thanks for broadcasting the game, and we're excited to put Texas Wesleyan on the broadcast here.
And we're always a pleasure to come out to schools like this, especially for Texas Wesleyan,
Sure.
National championship pedigree. So, of course, you want to get that out.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate it, and anytime, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
National anthem concludes and basketball begins. Just closing out the All-State Moody Agency pregame drive, and we're set for tip-off here at Sid Richardson Center on the campus of Texas Wesleyan University. In college basketball, the Antler Sports Network. Jarrett Jones, Justin Jackson here with you for tonight's festivities. We have our starting lineups brought to you by Circle M Crawfish, and let's head down to the floor for our starting lineups for both of these teams.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, your Texas Wesleyan Rams.
A little bit of theatrics here. Can't be too upset at it. Starting lineups presented by Thompson Tire and Services, starting with the Rams. Number 1, Osmani Indim. Number 2, Keyshawn Hoskin. Lamine Kamara, Akili Vinning, and Peyton Saley, who we will speak with at the half. And for the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake, Ellis Jones, Daniel Helterhoff, Tommy Lau, Ruben Monzon, and finally the 6-foot guard, Georges Darvic out of Romania. We're set and ready to go here for this presentation of college basketball on the Amber Sports Network from the St. Richardson Center. Texas Wesleyan in their home dark grays, almost an asphalt gray with white numerals and golden trim. Text in navy blue. The Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University in their visiting blues, with the secondary Saint logo across the chest, white piping on the jerseys, and pantaloons with white numerals. Our officials are ready to go at center court. And Justin, I don't know about you, but it's basketball time. I'm excited.
I'm ready.
Tip-off is up and away. Texas Wesleyan will take possession. And here we go. College basketball on the Antler Sports Network for the very first time is live and ready to go. Texas Wesleyan controlling their first possession. Here's Vinning at the top of the key. Swings it to Saley. Back to Vinning, and he resets the offense. One thing about this Saints defense, we know they can handle multiple screens. SAGU gave them a lot of off-ball screens just last night in Waxahachie and almost took down the Lions. Here's Vinning on the drive. Takes off from the free throw line, goes up, can't get it to fall. Almost rebounded by the Rams, but the Saints corral it, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Rams. And the Saints will take over their first possession with 9:28 and counting left to go.
As you can see now, guys are blocking out, playing hard, so the coaches must have made rebounding a part of the playbook.
Here's Helterhoff down low. Steps out. It's going to get called for a travel, and the Rams force a turnover with 9:17 left to go.
Yeah, Jared, that's one too many steps as usual. You know, when they start the game off, usually these guys kind of got butterflies. They got to get them out the stomach early on because, you know, San Antonio's going to bring the pressure.
Stolen by Jones. Jones back in the corner. Finds a man down low. As a man in the middle goes up for it. It's tipped away. The Saints get it. And we have our first bucket of the ball game as the Saints open up with a quick 2 after the offensive rebound is tipped away and received by the Saints. Here come the Rams now. The Saints applying the pressure. Full court. 8:57 left to go. 24 on the shot clock. Here's Vinning corralling his troops. Gets the screen. Drives to his right. Fakes the pull-up from the top of the key. Swings it out to Saley. Saley corrals it. 13 on the shot clock now. 18:45 on the game clock. Comes around the top of the key. Backside screen. Has a man down low. Gonna take his time with it. Shimmies. Turns on the baby hook. And he's got it to go. Down home here.
That's his home right there inside the paint. Everybody in the building knows it already. When they see him getting the ball, you can hear the crowd going, ooh.
You already know that's exactly what they want to do. Get down low and use that size. 2-2, your score now. 8:23 and counting, 20 on the shot clock. At the far side corner is Darvish. Darvish into the short corner. Nothing but air. The Rams take the rebound and have a chance to take the lead. It's an uneven 5-on-1 break. Goes up for the left. It's sent away. Last touch by the Rams, Kamara. And the Saints will take possession after great transition defense.
Great transition defense. We saw him pregame working on that move, and it works. You just got to be on control with it, Mr. Kamara.
Practice makes perfect, as the old cliche goes. 8:11 and counting now. 20 on the shot clock. Darvish crosses the timeline. Swings it over to Jones. Jones tight defense on him. Gets it to Monson. Monson, risky pass, gets through, however. Pass into the corner to a wide open Law. Law takes the 13-foot floater, can't get it to go. And Indim corrals the rebound for the Rams.
Another good shot with a bad outcome that these guys are going to shoot the ball for you. You already know Our Lady of the Lake, they take a lot of shots and they just keep backing up and backing up.
17 and a half minutes now. Gets on the 4-4. Gets tipped away by the Rams. Going to be a fight for it. Ball goes out of bounds. They say last touch Texas Wesleyan. It's going, no, they say last touch Saints.
Last touch was Saints. Yeah, he pointed at number 5.
And the Rams
I
will
tell
take
you what,
possession.
it's always a good thing to see college players getting on the ball for that extra hustle.
Not even college players, NBA guys. You see, they're making millions of dollars. You hardly see them falling before.
Very true, very true.
17:33 left, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Here come the Rams of Texas Wesleyan. Venning with it. Venning drives right, has the backside cut, goes up to contact, and he's going to get fouled. Going to hold it to the line is number 2, Keon Hoskin, your college transfer from Duncanville, Texas. That foul is going to be on number 3. Did they call him number 3, Tommy Law? No, they're going to call it on Ruben Monson. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. And we have our very first trip to the charity stripe with a 17:26 left to go in the first.
If you get a chance to see that pass from Venning, I'm telling you guys, this is the kind of stuff that you'll see from Fort Worth guards. I grew up right here in this city. This is the kind of things that we work on. Good bounce passes, not too fancy, straight to the bread box.
I like bread, personally. I'm a personal fan of bread.
Well, you know, Fort Worth has Miss Barrett's Bread Bakery that is just always good.
As Hoskin knocks down the first free throw. Out on the blocks fast, 1 for 1 from the line. Hoskin went a perfect 2 for 2 in his last contest against Arlington Baptist. Rattles the second one home, and it's still a 2-point game here. 17-24 in counting. The Rams up 2 here at home.
See a little high press from the Rams. Let's see how it's going to make it.
It seems to be a timeout called or an official stop play.
We got another shot clock lack of operation, as usually happens with the beginning of seasons in a lot of these stadiums here.
The shot clocks always add that extra mental game to basketball, and that's the biggest discussion in that Texas high school game too. Many states across the country adding the shot clock. Do you think the state of Texas should add shot clocks to high school basketball?
Yeah, I actually do. It's not just for the timing of the game, but it actually helps with the momentum of the game. A lot of guys get locked in. If you were a witness to Texas College versus Kilgore the other night, the shot clock operator kind of took the momentum away from both teams.
Let's see if the shot clock does here. Here come the Saints. Here's that corner 3, hedged by Jones, and he's going to take it back, steps back. Tough defense on him. Might force a 5-count spin. Shot, tough shot, can't get it to fall. Tough rebound for the Rams, and they're on the break fast. Here come the Rams. It's an uneven 2-on-4 break. They reset, they take their time. Pull up 3 from Venning, no good. Rebound, Rams goes up, and he's got it. Count the bucket.
That's what I'm telling you guys about. Good rebounds will always help you win the game. Go to the board hard, get your rebound, and sometimes you'll come up with a putback.
Dim with the perfect touch across the rim. Tips it back in. That's as easy as we're going to get for a kid of that size. 17:01 left to go in the first, and it's a 6-2 ball game. The Rams playing with a lot of momentum here at home.
It's hard to believe he was fouled in the play. He looked like he was under no pressure whatsoever.
That's what happens when you're standing at 7 feet tall. A lot of guys can't really match up to you. Even when we're up here at this high. The shot no good. The Saints get the rebound. No, it's rebounded by the Rams. Finney goes up and he's got it.
I'll say it one more time. That is a strong Fort Worth point guard.
16:50 and counting left. The Saints need to get a bucket and they need to get one fast. In the corner, Jones pulls for three. Just short, no good. Rebound Rams, and they're running it again. Here comes Vinny. Vinny gets it tipped away. Saley with it. Saley head fakes, and this can slow this thing down. Jones tips the ball away, comes up with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Rises up, get it tipped away.
My Lord.
Get that out of here. Heck of a block, and the Saints will take possession back. 16:34 left.
I think you were speaking earlier on the height difference can be a problem once you're jumping in the air. You know what I mean? That was a wonderful block. Got above and beyond the task. Mr. Jones is going to have to learn when you go to the basket, you got to go strong. That's his second missed layup and or dunk.
That is a grown man block.
Yes,
that's a grown man block right there. Substitution being made for the Rams. Entering the ballgame for the first time, number 13, Gavin Harris. After Hoskins' amazing block, we already have Player of the Year potential here in our first ever college basketball game. Here's Jones yet again. It's got pressure on him. As three-point shot, no good. Rebound by the Rams, no. He gets hit on that last shot. Attempt was Darvich. Couldn't get it to fall. And one thing we talked about from this Saints offense, and we even talked about this in the pregame, they love shooting the three ball.
They will shoot it on you. Shoot, shoot, shoot. They never see an opportunity that's not wide open to shoot the three.
Not a mathematician, but last time I checked, three is more than two. So,
that's true.
Here's Law. Law drives, hop steps, goes up through contact. Can't get it to fall. Tries to get his own rebound, but can't. Rebound, Saley. Here come the Rams now. Saley pulls up for three. No good. Rebounded by the Saints. Multiple Saints on him, but the final rebound is brought down by Monson. Monson gets it out to the top of the key. 23 on the shot clock now. Skip pass across the floor. Going up across two Rams. It is going to be an offensive foul. Great charge taken there. That call is going to be against Monson. I want to say that's his second personal foul already.
Lamy Camaro is really showing you patience within holding and standing and holding your ground in the paint. This is the second time he's been down there with a big play. The first block, as you saw earlier, this time standing there, holding his ground and getting a good charge call.
Oscar Maldonado checking in his last appearance for the Saints. 16 points, 2 rebounds on 6 for 7 shooting from the field. 3 for 4 from the arc, and a perfect 1 for 1 with the charity stripe. Big-time energy guy off the bench. As Coach Shingleton discussed during the pregame. Corner 3, had steps, doesn't take it. Ball gets tipped away, and here come the Saints now. Still 8-2, 15:40 left to go. Drives through, this could be another charge, and it is! Back-to-back charges for the Rams!
It's in the coaching. You can teach a good team how to take some good charges. Patience and strength. And they just showed you right there with that wonderful example.
Right plays at the right time, and that's back-to-back charges taken by the Rams. And this back-to-back opportunity is at an offensive bucket given after those charges. And that's the beauty of taking charges. They give you extra possessions.
Wonderful, wonderful. Extra possessions, and also, guess what? That guy's got to sit down with another personal foul on his record.
Jonathan Sanchez, number 25, checking in for Our Lady of the Lake. Here come the Rams yet again. Momentum definitely on their side, although the score is still relatively close here. 8-2 now with 15.5 left to go. 18 on the shot clock. Here's Michael Mee.
Probably going to look to drive and go to the middle a couple of times since they have their big man on the floor now.
Here's Venning. Venning goes up. He gets called for the travel, putting his hands for the official, but no dice. 15-19 left to go, and it'll be Saints possession again.
Taking steps, looking around. A true point guard was still looking to pass even though he was on the drive. Kind of reminds us of another NBA player.
A lot of NBA comparisons here. Here comes Darvich now, across to the timeline. 15-10 left to go, 21 on the shot clock. Lead pass, no good. It's stolen away by Juwan Jones. Jones to skip pass up to Mee. Mee looking for the pull-up, but doesn't take it, however. Skips it back over to Jones now. Jones pass intended for Mee. It sails out of bounds, and it'll be Saints possession. Substitution made by both teams. Dim comes in for the Rams, and Rob Gill gets his first action. Gill, a San Antonio native, graduate of Holmes High School, had 3 points last night against the Lions. Went 1 for 4 from the eye on the yard and 1 for 2 for the charity stripe. Let's see what he can do tonight against the Rams. Fakes the pass, gets it into the middle at the far side elbow to Maldonado. Gets it back out to Gill now. Gill driving, got time for defense on him, and a blocking foul call. That's going to be against the Rams, number 13, Gavin Harris. And that's a tic-tac foul there. That's a 50-50 call.
Well,
in my eyes.
I can understand what you're saying with the 50-50 call, but he was trying to seal off the base, and he just took the lane away from the guy. You have to be able to give the runner a room to actually move forward.
Sakari Kasamba checking in for the first time for the Saints. Both of these teams not afraid to make substitutions, getting fresh legs in as much as possible, especially if you're the Saints team that had a pretty hard-fought game barely even 24 hours ago. Here's Gill now. Gill almost had Darvish on the cut. Check that, almost had Sanchez on the cut, but no dice. Here comes Jones. Jones fading, looking for something now. 7 on the shot clock. They got to get up a shot quickly. Goes up on the drive, goes through contact, can't get it to go. Rams get the rim, but this could be a jump ball. And the officials do officially call it as the horn sounds. Jump ball, arrow's not on. Well, that's suspicious. Don't even have the arrow on at the scores table.
Once again, Mr. Jones, as I explained to you, it's the first home game for a lot of people. That table still has a lot of work to do. It's hard as an SID to get your table ready and running properly and efficiently. They'll have it perfectly within a few games.
Well, they might even get it by the end of the night. Who knows? I believe in our folks here at Texas Western University. Want to thank the athletic department and the basketball team, Coach Singleton, and the SID crew for having us for this game and welcoming us for future Rams home games. We definitely look forward to coming back here in the future. 14:22 left to go. Rams up 8-2 here at home. Inbounds pass into Sanchez. Sanchez back over to Jones. Jones drives, looking down low. He's got his man. Jones goes up over the big man. Honestly, I probably would have done the same thing. 7-foot man towering over you. Just got to get rid of that thing. Here come the Rams yet again on offense.
This 1-3-1 defense is really giving the Saints a problem. And the Rams are taking full cost of it.
Here's Jones. Swings it back over to Harris. Harris back on top of the key to Vinning. Has Dim down low. Dim, that baby hooked through contact, and he's going to hit back to the line again. That foul is going to be called against the Saints, number 25, Jonathan Sanchez.
As a fan of the game, I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Jared. I was wondering when the referee was going to blow the whistle. That guy got punched, shoved, pushed, and held on to before the play.
Dim's second trip to the free throw line. 13:51 left to go in this first half of play. Harrigan shot off the back iron, no good. Substitution made. Saley will check back in for the Rams. Taking the seat will be me. Not me, but me. I'm sure not last name me, checking out of the game. Only one substitution. Taking the seat will be Jawan Jones, the 6'1 senior guard. Dim misses the second free throw. Our score has stayed same for a good while now as we hit the 13:45 mark. Still 8-2 the Rams ahead here at home. Here come the Saints now. Haven't scored a bucket in a couple of minutes. Looking to change that on this possession. Maldonado looking, drive, spins, goes up, floats through the air, can't get it to go. Tried to get his own miss, but Harris had other plans. Harris got across the timeline. Skip pass up to Saley. Saley looking for me. Back up to Harris now as he directs traffic. Drives right, pass intended for me, tipped away by Jones, and Jones has done a great job. Although with the shooting struggles on the offensive side, he's getting his hand in the passing lanes on the defensive end. A quick substitution here checking in will be Keontae Holder for the Saints.
He's got active hands, and he's been a real busybody, even on the offensive side. Those shots aren't falling yet, but he has been giving them problems.
And that's what a coach wants. If your shots aren't falling, find a way to contribute in other ways. Here's Vinning. Vinning takes the double screen, drives, gets a great seal. Maybe not great enough. They're going to call an offensive foul on Dim. That's his first personal foul. I see you nodding your head. Do you agree with that call?
Well, I initially thought the foul was going to be on the screener, Galvin Harris. He stepped over and tried to make himself bigger at the last moment. You have to set a screen. Set it. Be there, be still, and let the guy run into you. You can't lean into him. It's not a tackle, sir.
Dim checks out. Kamara checks back in. Here come the Saints. 13-10 now. 23 on the shot clock. Gets it out to Maldonado. Maldonado to Gill. Gill, 15 on the shot clock. Back to Maldonado on the far side wing. And it's tipped away by the Rams. And here they go yet again. I can't wait to see the final turnover stats here. Both of these teams are in the passing lanes diligently. In the corner, 3, Saley. Nothing but net, nothing but nylon. And this will be a timeout for the Saints. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. You're watching college basketball on the ASN.
Hello, my name is Tarnisha.
My name's Anthony.
And we own Drip Like Jesus. Drip stands for devote, reach, influence people, just like Jesus did. Each one of our apparel has a scripture on the back that goes with the design. It's our cool way of spreading the gospel and looking fly.
We are located in Stonebriar Mall in Frisco and also online at www.driplikejesus.com. So feel free to go online and shop or come check us out in Frisco. And thank you for helping us spread the gospel. College basketball on the Antler Sports Network as the Rams and the Saints do battle in the Sidney Richardson Center.
Justin, you have a couple of numbers for us that I think are pretty important to note here with 12:47 left to go in the first half.
As we said, you got to take care of the basketball. If you really want to win a good basketball game, you got to get rebounds and you got to take cost of turnovers. Right now, Our Lady of Lake has 4 turnovers. Texas Wesleyan has 6. This is why the score is remaining so low, 11-2. But the biggest thing that you have to look at is the 9 rebounds coming already from Texas Wesleyan. No matter what, the person that has the basketball will have a better chance of scoring.
And even though that offensive rebound total was low, to have 2 offensive rebounds with that kind of size, that's definitely something you might want to change here. Let's see if that total grows as the game transpires. Here come the Saints coming out of the timeout. Maldonado with the right side elbow. Has a man coming off of the screen. It's Kasamba. Kasamba drives through contact, goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound corralled by Kamara, and here come the Rams. Here's Venning with it. Venning with Gill on him now. Venning looking, has across to Kasamba. Kasamba drives with his right, switches with his left, Baby hook shot, can't get it to go. Rebound by the Saints, and here come the Saints yet again.
The Saints came out in the 3-2 zone defense in that time, and it kind of gave a different look, so it made the Rams kind of hesitate.
A little bit too much contact there from Venning of the Rams as he gets on a quick foul. Substitution made from both teams. Checking in for the Rams is Keon Hotskin, and checking in for the Saints is Monzon. 2 guys that are very important, very integral to their respective ball clubs. After the foul, here come the Saints. 5 team fouls for the Saints, 3 for the Rams. Here comes Gill. Gill driving, looking for anything. The Rams not giving up much on defense. Going up as Kasamba through contact, and that's a strong bucket there. It's 4-2 now with 12 minutes left to go, and the Rams are still showing that even though they might have some great defense, the Saints are getting buckets when they can. Speaking of tough buckets, up and under and in. Fantastic bucket from Benton to get those 2 points right back.
If you've ever seen a wraparound shot, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do it. Good layup using the glass, swooping, scooping, swooping. Going in.
Here's Monzon on the drive. Goes up, and he's got it. That's a tough bucket. Going through contact to finish through with 11.5 left to go in the first, 13-6 now.
That was just a grown man layup. He backed his man down like Charles Barkley used to in the late 90s.
Here's Kamara. Kamara down low. Head faking goes up, and gonna get sacked for the foul is Sanchez. Looks like Sanchez got baited into that one almost. See the multiple head fakes?
All the ball fakes. The ball fakes will do it to you every time. You don't know when the ball is coming up. And like I said, pregame, Mr. Kamara was down there working on his block, working on his head fakes, working on his pump fakes, back to the basket game. So I think he's going to be a lot more comfortable as this game continues.
Kamara, the 6'7 junior forward out of Columbus, Ohio, transfer from Park University. His last outing against Arlington Baptist, 13 points, 7 rebounds. One thing about these Rams bigs, they're all very fundamental, very Hakeem-esque, let's call it that.
And very Hakeem-esque with the way they warm up. We could see them almost playing an entire game prior to this game tonight, just coming in during shoot-arounds.
They're not really doing anything too fancy, you know, the jabs and the spins, just nice, solid footwork. You have to be light on your feet to be a big of that size, especially against guys like Sanchez and Maldonado, who can also get you in foul trouble, too, if you're not careful. After the second free throw was missed, no good. 11-11 left to go in the first half, 23 on the shot clock. Almost stolen away there by Hoskin, but here comes Gill. Gill drives, and he's going to head to the line for his first trip to the charity stripe for the Saints. That foul is going to be called against Venning. That's 2 quick ones with 11:06 left to go in the first.
Yeah, as we've seen earlier today, Venning was all energy, all electricity. Now he's kind of wiring down a little bit, so he's starting to reach out a little bit more and grab as these guys are going around him. It could be a thing of fatigue in the early game.
And fouls will do that to you. They'll make you slow down.
Yeah.
On the line, shooting 2 is Rob Gill, the 5'10 junior guard from San Antonio. He knocks down his first free throw and continues to chop down this Rams lead. Checking in for Venning will be number 5, Juwan Jones. He's from Linden, New Jersey. 12 points, 5 rebounds on his last outing. Shot a great 50% from the field. 3 for 6, going 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. And Gill knocks down the second free throw. And it's 13-8 now with 11:06 left to go in the first quarter. Here comes Hoskin.
Our Lady of Lake has switched over to a man defense, and they're picking up 3/4 to a quarter of the court. I think they're really going to try to put a little pressure on this game.
Multiple defensive looks here from the Saints defense. Almost tipped away.
There we go.
Comes with it, and here we go. As you said, that's what happens when you switch up defensive looks. Going up for the layup is Gill, and he's got it. That's 4 straight points from Gill alone, and we have ourselves a 1-possession game. 10:35 left to go in the first. 24 on the shot clock now. Can the Rams respond? Got on a bit of a dry spell of their own. Driving to the paint, and he's got it. Jawan Jones with it. And once again, as we continue to say, that's a grown man bucket with 10:24 left.
Now, that's one thing you want to do. If you see a guy that's starting to get hot, but he came off the bench, he goes in to score, you want to go right back at him. Remind him that he came off the bench sometimes, and it'll work. He came off the bench for a reason. Defense could be his problem.
Gavin Harris checking in for the Rams. Ellis Jones checking in for the Saints. And here we go yet again. 10:17 and ticking left. 20 on the shot clock. Driving his Monzon. And he gets the bucket! Count it! Count it!
When I tell you that guy finished with 100% concentration, number 5 got up, floated, but never took his eye off the basket. Way to take contact and finish the play.
Ruben Monzon is putting on an early show. Both of these teams are putting on a great show. 10:13 left, and it's a three-point game barring this free throw. Shot is up, front iron, and gets the shooter's roll and in. That brings up the two-point affair here as we get ready to hit the 10-minute mark in the first half, 15-13. Risky pass up to Saley. Saley to Kasaba. Kasaba lines it down.
That's the one thing about trying to do a full-court press. It looked like a 2-1-2 press type thing, and Kamara just sat on the block waiting on his pass patiently.
Kamara with the steal yet again. The Rams on the break. Another bucket opportunity. Goes up forward. Is Harris no good? And it's stolen away by Jones. Jones rises up, goes up for the layup of his own. He's got it.
Jones always has his eye around the ball. He's always looking for it. This is the kind of NAIA basketball that we're looking forward to tonight. Up and down the court.
Here's Saley. Saley pulls up for three. He's got it.
Outstanding shot. You knew that thing was going in from the moment he let it go.
Saley pulling up from Mansfield, Texas for the trifecta. 9:20 left to go.
All the way from 287.
Almost toe road shot there. From the George Bush Freeway there. Fadeaway jumper, 17 feet out. Gets the shooter's roll and got it.
He's got a soft touch around that rim, Mr. Ruben Monzon.
The Saints punch and the Rams punch back. 20-17, 9 minutes left to go in this first half. This is poised to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Clock still rolling here, 20 on the shot clock. Harris finds Saley. Saley lasers it off to Jones. Jones looking down low. Gonna drive it himself. Goes up the jelly layup. He's got it. Heck of a finish.
That's one of those shots that you gotta make because you just looked off your big man to take it yourself.
Going up for the layup after the head fake. Can't get the shooter's roll that time. Tough rebound there, but Kamara, both players getting up, seem to be all right. Wide open three for Harris. Got it. The three-point onslaught continuing. Timeout, Texas Wesleyan, and we'll take it with them. 25-17, 8:27 left. This is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Tarnisha.
My name's Anthony.
MTC Beats.
Back on the Antler Sports Network here, 8:27 to go in the first half. Rams coming out of the timeout. And Justin, what have you seen from these running Rams so far?
A lot of running. That's what I saw. No, but to be honest with you, this is an outstanding guy. They're not afraid to share the basketball. Mr. Kamara is hustling down on both ends. When you got your big man beating everybody back and forth down the court off of 2 fast breaks, you know that this game is going to get going.
And the Saints, to their credit, haven't backed down either. Even though they played a game just about 24 hours ago, a hard-fought game, they're still showing they have plenty of gas left in the tank. Here's Monzon. Monzon spins, goes up through contact, off the glass, and he's going to head to the line to the dismay of Texas Wesleyan. I feel like that was a pretty solid foul there. That call is against the Rams, number 3, Kamara. Kamara picking up yet another foul. Excuse me, the Rams picking up another foul. Both teams lining up at 6 fouls apiece team-wise. 8:14 left to go. Heading to the line for the Saints, Ruben Monzon, San Diego, California native from Goose Creek High School. No honking here, however. First shot off the front iron, no good. And he'll get ready for a second shot. Couple of substitutions here for the Saints. Checking in for the Saints is number 3, Tommy Law, and number 22, George Pill. I want to give a thank you to all of our sponsors and all of you watching on all Antler Sports Network platforms as we get ready to celebrate 1 year of Antler Sports Network broadcasting. Shot is up and good, and that'll continue to chop down this lead. 25-18 now, 8-12 and counting left to go in this first half. Here come the Rams, battling the Saints' pressure. Swings it back over to Jones. Jones, pass is tipped out by guess who? Ellis Jones.
Ellis Jones, I'm telling you, he keeps his eye, his hand, his face, his body all the way around the ball. He'll never get away from it. He's more like the true point guard.
He's almost like Velcro. Just can't get him off.
Can't get him off.
Almost like if you have a pet, like a cat hair or dog hair, just always seems to be somewhere.
Looks like we got a little noise talking warning down here. I've been noticing number 3 and number 22 have been talking to each other like friends, but number 0 and number 5 have been going at it. And it's joyful, jollyful. It's not really a lot of bad things, but the referee wanted to let them know that we are still collegiate
Trying to play basketball
athletes.
here.
Yeah.
Trying to have a civilized game of good old hoops here. Here's Saley. Saley, step back 3 from downtown. No good.
That was
Rebound.
a good hand in the face from number 12, Holder.
That's Holder on that last contest. Step back 3, Jones, no good. And it's rebound by the Rams. Here come the Rams yet again, led by Kamar. Kamar spins, goes up, smokes the layup. Rebound by the Saints. And here comes Holder.
Yeah, he lost control going up for that shot.
Holder to Monson. Monson skips through, gets the ball tipped, keeps possession, goes up, kiss off the glass, no good. Rebound taken by the Rams. Skip pass up to Saley. Saley goes up. This could be a charge. And it is.
There's another charge. This is a wonderful job that the referee crew is doing here. It could have looked like a blocking call, but yeah, number 12 was sitting there for about, an hour and a half waiting on him to knock him over.
Maybe about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Checking back in, the big man in the middle for the Rams, Osamni Dim. Dim is shining like a star so far tonight. Couldn't think of a good pun there.
And jumping like Superman. I couldn't think of a better pun because the man goes in the air
effortlessly,
and will leap the building. We got to keep him down, try to make sure that gravity checks in tonight.
Maybe gravity has checked out here. Who knows? I haven't talked to him in a while. 7 minutes now left to go. 19 on the shot clock. The Saints looking for him to get something going on offense. Princeton action isn't working. Great ball screen there to get Jones open. And it's 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Drives. Sky hook, and he's got it. That's an amazing finish over the sides of Texas Wesleyan. And that's a picture-perfect finish for a smaller guard to go up amongst the trees. Keep the ball away from him.
That's what you want to see from the southwest side of Langham Creek, Houston. You know, that's my stomping grounds. And Elias Jones is earning Mr. Jones tonight.
Here's Meade.
As coach decides to be the 6th player on the court, getting his message across, calling plays.
5 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get a shot fast. It's me in the corner at the horn. No good. Rebound by the Rams. That offensive rebound goes up, and heading back to the line is Texas Wesleyan. Gavin Harris this go round. That foul is most likely going to be called against Holder, and that's exactly who the perpetrator will be.
And to quote P.J. Tucker, when you get an offensive rebound for your team, good things happen.
Especially when you go back up with the basketball. Sometimes you see a lot of guys nowadays just get the offensive rebound, kind of play with their food, as I like to call it. Leave a chicken on the bone.
Yeah, go back up. Go straight up. Go straight up. Not a lot of people seem to be ready for it these days. They expect you to dribble out. But no, go straight back up and get that 2-point shot.
Or get to the easy way at the charity stripe is.
Exactly.
Harris knocks down his first free throw. 6:16 left to go. Second free throw is up and good. Substitution being made. Checking back in will be Vinning after he got into a bit of foul trouble earlier on in the first half. Taking a seat for the Rams will be Jawan Jones. The Saints will inbound under the Rams basket on the close side.
Vinning coming back in at 2 for 4 on his shots. But we're really looking for his leadership on the court. We need to get those assists back up.
Here's Holder as he crosses the timeline. 6 minutes and counting now. Looking for checking for the Anderson screen. Knocks it away, shoos it away, however. Gets it into Jones. Jones, 10 on the shot clock. Crosses, taking his time. Uses the screen, sidesteps, takes the 3. Shot, no good. Rebound, Rams. Here comes Vinning. Vinning would have had his team. Heck of a pass up to Harris. Harris pulls up from downtown. No good. Rebound. Check that rebound. Our Lady of the Lake. Jones doing it all on both sides of the floor here. Driving is Law. Law gets the head fake, goes up, can't finish his meal, and it's going to be another defensive rebound for the Rams here with 5.5 left to go in the first half. 27-20 still your score. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson here. Going up for the layup is Vinny. Can't get the roll, and it's rebounded by the Saints' George Pill. Pill gets it out to Holder. Holder now on the close sideline now. Crosses to his right. Goes up through contact, and he's got it. Another tough layup for this Saints guard core.
I was bragging on the referees earlier, but that one right there, it seemed like they choked on the whistle. He gave him a whole forearm before going to the basket. Way to be strong, young man. Way to be strong. Mr. Holder earned that two-point shot.
Here's Hoskin. Holder holding his own, I guess you could say. And it's going to be a travel called against Venning. Turnover for the Rams. Possession Saints. 4:54 left to go. Couple substitutions being made. Checking in will be Kamara and Saley for the Rams. Checking in for the Saints will be Prunell and Darvich. Darvich, a starting forward, checking back into the ball game. As Coach Singleton, Coach Dial, respectively, greeting their team as they come back to the bench and we get things back going now.
Now, Xavier Purnell has been kind of a placeholder for the Saints. He's always doing the right things for Coach, but he's never really looking for his own shots. One of the meanings of a true point forward, if you will.
Darvich kicks it back out to Purnell. Purnell for three, rattles in and out now good, but that's a good first shot for the very first time coming fresh off the bench. Pretty good shot there in my eyes. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half, 25 on the shot clock. Gets it back outside to Venning. Venning looking left. Trying to instruct his offense, just taking his time now. Drives right, moves the offense to the other side. Swings it back over to the left to Harris. Harris in the corner, gets it down to Dim down low on the left side block. Gets it out to Venning at the far side. Venning looking for the pass. He has a cutting Kamar. Kamar goes up, and he's going to head back to the line yet again. That foul call is going to be against the Saints number 23, Xavier Purnell.
Well, Xavier Purnell and George Darwich ended up switching on that last possession, and it was a little bit costly because Purnell tried to grab one to right that he wasn't quite ready for. He didn't have a seatbelt on that one.
Buckle up.
Buckle up.
That's the moral of the story here.
But I'm proud of him for playing hard.
Kamara's shot, no good. No substitutions at the scorer's table. 4:11 left to go in the first half of play. This game has been very exciting.
Very
exciting. To see that our very first college basketball game, not just for us as a broadcast team, but as a network, is very exciting. Always good to have amusing games. Second free throw was off the back iron, no good. The clock rolling now as we hit the 4-minute mark. Here's Law. Law driving, gets it out to Darvich. Darvich looking to get something going. Looks like the Saints have kind of slowed their offense down as the same pace they had at the beginning of this ball game. They find Jones in the corner for three. There's that three-point shot they're looking for. Bang! Count it.
That came off of a strong pick from Purnell in the corner. That baseline pick is a heck of a shot in the corner.
Driving, Kamara goes up. Whistle blown. Blocking foul called. Looks like this will be against. Really couldn't see how that foul was on there. Check that. That foul is going to be against number 23, Xavier Prunell. That's two quick ones, and that'll put the Rams in the bonus. Shooting 1-and-1 will be Kamara. Kamara's been ice cold from the free throw line so far, but a 1-on-1's always a good way to get yourself going from the charity stripe, especially as a big man. You're going to head the line a lot. You want to try to find your rhythm early. Checking back in for the Rams will be number 21, Keon Hoskin, the York College transfer, the 6'5" junior guard. 20 points, 2 rebounds from this last outing, went 8-14 from the field. Didn't take a three, didn't take a free throw, but still filled up a stat sheet with 20 buckaroos to put on his stat sheet. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. As the clock keeps rolling here as we hit the 3.5-minute mark in the first half. 27-25 your score. Driving up, but it's sent away by Dim. No, sirree. Going up after the fast break is Saley. Can't get it, and he'll head to the line.
Dim is not playing around with these guys tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you, this man can jump out of the building. Even at 7 feet, I think he can touch the shot clock. I'm not playing.
I wouldn't put my money against it, honestly, if I was a betting man. That last foul was on the Saints number 0, Ellis Jones. He'll most likely take a seat. Heading to the line, shooting 2 is Peyton Saley. We'll speak for him during our halftime coverage as he gets the shooter's roll, knocks down the free throw, and that increases the lead to 3 with 3:27 left to go. Checking in for the Saints will be number 4, Sakade Kasamba. St. Catherine, Canada. Oh, Canada, give the old hips a moving, don't you know?
Well, that makes Moose feel a lot better. You know, that's his initial stomping ground and birthplace.
As the second free throw falls, increases that lead to 4 now. Great hesitation by Purnell. Swings it over to Darvish. Darvish, 9 on the shot clock. Battling down low as Sanchez is dim. Ellis, top of the key, 3, no good. Tough rebound, Holden. He goes back up, going up for the shot.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That's a bad call. The shot clock was never reset. Shot clock was never reset.
You heard the shot clock go off prior to the shot there from Sanchez. You can see the official speaking with head coach of the Saints, Chris Daly. He's in his 5th year, all-time record of 26 and 60. See, also the players speaking with the officials. Everybody seems to be relatively confused, but luckily we have the benefit of the eye in the sky. No score change there. The Saints will take possession back into their own basket. Bounce pass inbound to Sanchez now. Sanchez back out to Darvish. Darvish, 17 on the shot clock, finds Ellis. Ellis Jones, 6 to 3, no good. Side iron, can't get it to fall, and it's rebounded by the Rams and Gavin Harris. Harris going to take it himself. Crosses the timeline with 2:50 left to go. Gets it out to Hoskin. Hoskin, tough window pass into Jones. Jones follow-away jumper, no good. Rebound tipped by Dim, and the Rams take possession. Going up is Harris. He'll hit back to the line. That foul is going to be tacked on Jonathan Sanchez from McAllen, Texas, the former Rice Owl. And the foul count continues to rise. That's a 10-team foul on Our Lady of the Lake University. Only 7 for the Rams. Heading back to the line will be Gavin Harris, 16 points in his last outing to add along with 6 rebounds. Jackson, Missouri, Mineral Area College transfer. 16 points, shooting 83% from the field in that ballgame. Went 5 for 6, a perfect 4 for 4 from downtown, and a 50% free throw percentage that previous game against Arlington Baptist, going 2 for 4 from the charity stripe. Let's see what he goes here. Knocks down the first free throw.
And yeah, it looks like Jonathan Sanchez is getting a bit fatigued. His footwork kind of started to get lackadaisical, and coach got him out with a good washout from the manager for a big old cup of water.
Gotta love a nice, refreshing cup of ice water. Subbing in for Sanchez to give him a bit of relief is Daniel Helterhoff, 6'9" forward from San Antonio, Texas. Now the second free throw falls. It's 31-25 now with 2:39 left to go. The Rams attempting to try to pull away here at home.
Back in a full court press.
Here's Purnell. Purnell guarded by Jones. Gets it down low to Helterhoff. Helterhoff over to Jones. Jones has Saley on him. Here's Darvish now. 8 on the shot clock. Got to get up something fast. Purnell hands it off to Kasamba. Kasamba steps back at the end of the shot clock. Can't get it to go, but the Saints get another possession out of it. Here's Darvish. They got to get something going here to official stop.
No resetting of the shot clock. It should have went back to 20 in this case. Also, you got to remember what I said earlier. Getting offensive rebounds will do something good for your team. Every time. Extra possession makes the defense reset.
We'll take a reset here as the Saints try to reset. Timeout called. We'll take that timeout with them. 2:03 left to go in the first half. 31-25. The Rams ahead. You're watching college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. College basketball on the Antler Sports Network brought to you by DeMarcus Johnson and Hoopsar Academy. 2:03 left to go in the first half of play. The Rams up over the Our Lady of Our Lake University Saints 31-25. 4 timeouts remaining in this half for the Saints, 5 remaining for the Rams. And a battle of non-conference foes. The Saints coming out of the Red River Athletic Conference. Texas Wesleyan Rams coming out of the Sooner Athletic Conference. So conference that we're both familiar with, and a man we're both familiar with is Ellis Jones, as he continues to put this Saints offense pretty much on his shoulders, and really the Saints defense as well. Done it on both sides of the floor. Easy contender so far for our Thompson Tire Services player of the game. Great pass intended for Dim from Hoskin. Just couldn't get a little too much sauce on, a little too much mustard, and the Saints come back the other way. Kicks out to Darvich in the corner. Back out to the corner for three. Got it. Heck of a behind-the-back pass. Put a little bit extra magic on it. And it's 31-30. It's a one-point ball game with a minute and a half left to go in this first half.
One thing about those Saints, you know they like to live by the three, die by the three. On that last possession, they just spread the floor out like the old Miami Heat offense.
Taking a three of his own is Hoskin. Can't get it to fall. And the Saints have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Here's Kasamba. Kasamba draws. Count it. And one. And the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University take their first lead of the ball game, 32-31, and looking to get one more after the free throw try. Checking back in for the Rams will be Michael Mee and also Venning from Fort Worth, Texas. Venning, a transfer from the University of Western Florida, averaging 4 assists per game. Went 3 for 10 in his last outing with 8 points. Also checking back in for the Rams will be Kamara. Dim will take a seat. Gavin Harris also taking a seat. Check that, another substitution coming in for the Saints this go-around will be number 22, George Bill. But on the line for the Saints, looking to increase this lead, will be number 4, Zakari Kasamba from St. Francis High School in the Great White North of Canada. Free throws no good. They'll have to settle with a 1-point lead now, unless the Rams have something to say about it. Here comes Venning. Venning guarded by Kasamba. Nice bounce pass, and it's stolen by guess who? Ellis Jones. Ellis Jones, I can't wait to see his steal count at the half with 55 seconds left. And they could try to go 2 for 1 here.
Both teams run this baseline backdoor play, and after a while, if you rehearse it and you practice it, it's going to be something easy to stop.
Stolen away by Mee, and it's a 3-on-2 break. Going up himself. It's got to be a travel call most likely, and it will be. Mee just took one too many steps. The perfect move for that situation is good old-fashioned hop step. Yeah. You reset yourself, you make the defense reset, but now you have 5 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Game clock's going to get 35, shot clock's going to get 30 as usual.
You know, rule of thumb, a fast break is only a fast break when you're going out and you have a scoring opportunity. That was more of a breakaway. I think he should have brought the ball back and waited on his teammates.
Foul called against the Rams. That last call is going to be against Hoskin. And he'll most likely take a seat, and he does. Checking back in will be Jawan Jones. Heading to the line as for the Saints yet again will be Georges Darvich from Romania. That's a long ways away from home as he knocks down the free throw. Front half of the 1-and-1 is in, and that makes it 33-31.
Yeah, all the way from Romania. You think he took a car or a train by any chance?
Maybe he walked. I don't know. Who knows? The way travel is these days, I wouldn't be surprised. Second shot falls. And 29 seconds left. This will be the last possession most likely if the Rams handle the basketball correctly. 26 seconds now. Here's Venning. Venning skips it over to Mee. Mee back to Venning.
The Saints back in the 2-3 zone now, switching it out. Looks like they're trying. The coach is yelling at 3-2, 3-2.
10 seconds left now. Here's Jones.
They just switched to a man now.
Waiting on the screen. Jones spins, follow away jumper, nothing but air. It's tipped away, going back up against the Rams, and that'll end the first half of play. The Saints turning things around. They hold the lead on the road at St. Richardson Center. Our Lady of the Lake University Saints 34, the Texas Wesleyan Rams 31. Justin Jackson and I will talk about what we saw from both of these teams in our halftime report. But first, let's give our sponsors a chance at a message. You're watching college basketball on the Antlers Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Tarnisha.
Did you know you had a Texas State bucket list must-see right in the heart of East Texas? It's Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas. Circle M is more than just crawfish. It's home to the best deep-fried catfish in town. There's something for everybody to enjoy, including chicken fried steak, burgers, and ready for game day wings. Circle M has everything you need to have a good time with the whole family, with a gated playground to keep kiddos entertained. Circle M Crawfish on State Highway 155 in Big Sandy, Texas, home of Circle M Rivalry Week.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. Now, it might not get me there any faster, but hey, it gets me ready for football. Let's tailgate.
I can't go anywhere.
But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
You work hard to protect the things you love, your car, your home, and your financial future. East Texas Benefits will work just as hard to ensure your protection during these trying times. Our experts are trained to find the best policies tailored to any budget, but at the best insurance agency in Tyler by the people who make us who we are. Book a free consultation today at easttexasbenefits.com. East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. A Better Business Bureau A+ accredited business.
MTC Beats.
Back at the Sid Richardson Center for this presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network as we hit at the half between the Texas Wesleyan Rams and the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University. 31-34, the Rams down here at home. Justin, you have some stats for us.
Yes, sir. Right now, I'm kind of disappointed on the way they're not passing the ball around. Both teams are at 2 assists alone. But let's get back around to the rebounds. Texas Wesleyan has a total of 19 rebounds. Our Lady of Lake only has 12. But the problem is they can't keep them off of the glass. They can't keep Our Lady of Lake off the offensive rebounding glass. They have 2 good rebounds and they scored off of each one. There's a big problem with that. The score should be a lot more separated. But Wesleyan has somewhat dropped the ball, if you will.
Well, especially if you have guys like Ellis Jones, who's making a huge impact on both sides of the floor, and you have that much of an X factor on the floor, and can't wait to get his stat line as well. Let's take a quick look at it here. Currently sitting 4 for 8, a 50% field goal mark.
That's deep. That's very tough. You know, he's even knocked down a three-pointer. Like I said, he's always around the ball, offense and defense. 9
points to his credit, and majority of those points not just coming from the three ball and getting open shots from three, even though he's shooting at 25% at 1 for 4. He's going up against some pretty big Texas Wesleyan opposition. Speaking of that big Texas Wesleyan opposition, let's look at some of the big play from Texas Wesleyan. I'm looking at these rebounding stats. There's not a lot of guys with 0s to the rebounding. Let's just go down the line here. Saley with 3, Harris with 6 rebounds. Dim with 3, Vinny with 1. Juwan Jones has no rebounds so far, but I'm sure that'll change. Hoskin with 3, Kamara with 3, and Michael Mee. I'm sure he has 0, but I know he'll eventually get into the box fast as well because the rebounding has been available for everyone wearing a Texas Wesleyan uniform so far this evening.
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure if the stat line is correct. I know for a fact Michael Mee should have 3 rebounds.
Well, most likely, hopefully we try to get that change, or maybe we'll try to find out, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe we're missing something. But what we won't miss is a chance to give our sponsors an opportunity for a message. We're at the half, 34-31, the Saints ahead of the Rams. You're watching college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
play-by-play announcer who's in your ear
all game long. And the more praise I heap on your team, the more excited you get. Touchdown!
Now, you don't hear the upstairs toilet overflowing, and I don't mean with confidence.
You wanted a bowl season? You got a bowl season.
And if I could show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem like me.
It's halftime here at the Sid Richardson Center, 34-31. The Saints ahead of the Rams here on homecoming night for Texas Wesleyan University. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson with you for this presentation of high school basketball on the Antler Sports Network. We continue to get ready for the second half of play. Let's kind of talk about both of these teams, starting with Texas Wesleyan. We at first thought that they would take the same approach similar to what SAGU did against this Saints team, especially on the offensive end, using their size to dominate down the stretch. But it seems as if the Saints have found the answer of being able to finish around the rim with the height of their trees, not playing much of a factor, as well as also getting to the line and trying to get them in foul trouble.
I think it's about speed and quickness. The Saints have a lot of speed and quickness, and they know any given time during the game they can spread the floor and start shooting threes. They live by the three and they die by the three, but right now they're playing off a hustle, and that hustle is getting the best of Texas Wesleyan.
Now, both of these teams shooting around exactly the same from the field. Our Lady of the Lake shooting at 43.3%. Texas Wesleyan shooting at 43.5%. That's right, there's a 0.2% of a difference between these two teams. Now, the three-point mark is what really separates these two. Our Lady of the Lake going 2 for 9, 22% from downtown, and the Rams shooting 3 for 8, 37.5% from downtown. We know that Our Lady of the Lake loves to shoot the three ball. I feel like anyone that has watched this team or spoken with anybody that's played this team or even their own coaching staff, because any coach that allows them to shoot that many threes knows that they have the capability of knocking them down. Just last night, they came down from 12-point deficit with around 5 to 6 minutes left, mostly because of their three-point shooting and their ability to get quick hitting shots. Now, one thing I also want to look at, and you pointed this out, Justin, is the free throw mantra, the free throw percentage for both of these teams. Texas Wesleyan shooting an even mark at 50%, 8 for 16, but the Saints from Our Lady of the Lake University shooting 6 for 8, 75%.
That 8 for 16 is tough when you actually think about the score. They're only down by 3, and they actually left 8 points at the free throw line.
As I always say, you can't leave chicken on the bone, especially against this Texas Wesleyan team that we know definitely loves to run up and down the floor and loves to literally run up the score on guys. Their last time that they played, they defeated Arlington Baptist by a margin of 98 to 66.
Man.
Back on Saturday, October 29th, Devontae Stafford leading the way with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 steals, shooting at 8 for 14 from the field, 4 for 5 from the line in 20 minutes of action. The team shooting a pretty solid 52% field goal margin, also shooting well from the line at 0.72%. So both of these teams, so far, a heavyweight bout. I'd say both these fighters are pretty evenly matched. Let's see what separation has to be made. We're still at the half, 4:20 showing on the clock here. We'll take one last break. When we come back, second half action. The Rams are down here at home at Sid Richardson Center. The Saints holding the 34-31 advantage. When we come back, second halftime. You're watching college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
A car is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under-the-hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network.
We're at the half between the Rams of Texas Wesleyan as they host the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake in a non-conference matchup. And with us is Peyton Salee, 400 points short of the all-time scoring record. How does it feel to literally be on the cusp of school history?
Honestly, it feels pretty good that I've gone here this far. It's going to be a huge accomplishment if I get it. Right now, I'm just focused on winning this game and going out with a dub with this season.
Now, of course, you're used to the Texas Wesleyan culture. Kind of talk about your experience, the bonds that you've built. Talk about your experience as a Ram.
It's honestly been a journey since I was a freshman here. Definitely with the help of Coach Shingleton and Coach Wanamaker, I've definitely grown as a person and as an athlete, and I couldn't imagine going anywhere else.
Now, talk about your team. Talk about the camaraderie that you guys have. I hate to be the stereotypical guy, oh, it's a brotherhood, this, that, and the third. But, of course, no team is a team without a true brotherhood. Talk about the relationship you share with your teammates.
I would say we took a huge toll on us. We lost our big man, Chris, but we managed to bounce back. We have a huge aspect with guards, and I think with the guards that we have coming in, we have a really good chance of winning this league. And everyone just has that Mamba mentality, you know? Everybody just wants to get out there and compete and win the game after all.
All right, thank you for your time. We're at the halftime after this break.
A car is one of the most important purchases you'll ever make. It's how you drive to work, how you take the kids to school, and how you get to some of life's biggest moments. Why not treat your car as such? Visit Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler on 3021 South Bonner Avenue. Joe Thompson and his team of professionals bring decades of under-the-hood experience to ensure that your car runs at its best. Any make, any model, Thompson Tire and Services is the only place to get the best service for your car in the entire East Texas area. Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens.
And you got cut rate car insurance? Paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice.
So get all state. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Second half action time here from the Sid Richardson Center in this presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson here. Fresh 20 minutes on the clock. Shot clock seems to be ready to go. Both teams seem to be ready to go. Both coaches talking to their respective teams and staff. And we're ready for second half action. Justin and I talked about what we thought from both of these teams. Let's see if they can hear us from up here. I don't know. I feel like they should be able to hear us. This gym is very echoey, I must say, as the Rams open up with possession. They're down 34-31, and here we go. 25 on the shot clock, 9:50 left to go in the second half of play. Back up to Saley. Saley, who spoke to him during the half, opens up with a three. He nails it.
He got on his horse, ran around, lost his man, got open, and made the shot, just like it was planned.
I guess you could say he got on his ram instead of a horse. Lob up to almost throws it down. Oh, my goodness. That could have brought the Richardson center to his feet. Monson coming off an amazing screen. Couldn't finish the dunk. I feel like for the sake of these headsets and the microphones, the crowd probably would have exploded if that dunk would have gone down.
You know, I have to say this. Mr. Saley was not letting that dunk on him go down. He said, I'm going to foul you, sir. And I'm going to let you know you were fouled.
I'll take this foul.
Yes.
First free throw is no good. That's a statement foul. That's not even a foul to try to prevent the dunk. That's just a statement foul. Say, hey, you're not trying this again.
No.
You're not trying this again.
No.
Not tonight. Maybe another night, but not tonight.
You knew he knew it. He gave him a high five immediately.
I almost can't blame the guy. Second free throw, no good. Brought down by Vinning. And here come the Rams again. Here's Hoskin. Hoskin out to Kasam. Out to Kamara. Check that. Out to Saley. Swings it across to Vinning. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 9:14 left to go on the game clock.
Saints are in the back in a man-to-man defense.
Here's Hoskin. Hoskin steps back, fires a tough three, and he's going to get fouled and head to the three, head to the charity stripe for three. And that's the number one rule. One of the number one rules. Coaches have a lot of number one rules, as I'm sure we're both very acclimated with coaches in multiple sports. Your father being a coach. Don't foul a jump shooter.
No, don't foul a
jump
jump shooter. Don't foul a outside shot shooter. Don't foul a volleyball inside slapper. Don't foul nobody when they about to make their shot, man. It's just kind of getting redundant here in college sports. We are starting to see more three-point free throw shots and 4-point for the and one in this NAIA conference and league.
Seems as the referees are in a bit of a web spot there, and you see Saley not hesitating to show off his mopping skills, but the officials seem to have it ready to go and heading to the line for three shots. It's Keon Hoskin from Duncanville, Texas.
I've worked with this officiating crew several times when I was still a young gumshoe at TSU. And, yeah, they are very professional. They will do the work themselves.
And doing the work at the line as Hoskin knocks down his first shot. 9:07 left to go. Score 35-34. The Rams taking back the lead. As both of these heavyweight fighters are trying to find the knockout blow. Knocks down the second shot. It's 36-34 now. We want to make sure that you guys, everyone watching, follows the Antler Sports Network on social media. Go to Twitter at Antler_SN, Facebook and YouTube by searching Antler Sports Network, and on Instagram at Antler Sports Net. Third free throw rattles in and out, no good. Rebound brought down by Monson, and here come the Saints, only down two. They can get it back with a bucket here, but let's see what the result may be in this next possession. Gets it out to Law. Law looking, swings it back across to Monson. Monson, far side to Darvich. Darvich being guarded by Vinny, gets it back out to Jones now. Jones looking for something going on offense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes up and under, no good. Rebound dim, and that's great interior defense by the big man.
That is perfect defense. Jump straight up. Don't swing at the ball.
Up and under layup, can't get it to fall. Heck of a slap, no call there. Sounds like they tried to high five there, but no whistle blown. Great floater up in the air, and Tommy Law knocks it down.
That's what you want your guards to be able to do, is come in the big man's lane and just knock down a simple jump shot. Nothing fancy.
18:20 left to go and counting now. 36 all-year score at the Richardson Center. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson, here for this presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Gets it down low to Dim. He has it on the block now. Gets it back out. Wide open three for Kamara. Front iron, no good. Rebound corralled by Helterhoff.
I'm starting to like this Dim Helterhoff matchup. They're really going at it down in the paint.
Great 19-foot jumper. Can't get it to fall for Darvich, and the Rams take the rebound. And I love a nice mid-range shot.
Yeah.
I'm a homer for the midi, I must admit. I love a nice elbow pull-up jumper, get into your spot, just knock the shot down. Can't get the layup to fall. Dim corrals the rebound. I'm assuming he's going to go back up with it, and he does through contact. Rattles it home. That's a big man down there, and he rattles on the bucket for two. Still running now. 38-36 your score. 17:33 left to go. Here comes Darvich. Hands it off to Jones. Jones, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Tries to get it into Helterhoff. Can't get it, and it's going to be a steal yet again for the Saints as Tommy Law this go round. This game had to slow down a bit. 40 yet again for Law. That's back-to-back 40 for Tommy Law. The 6'3 guard from Mobile, Alabama, Montgomery High School graduate, and he's got Got it to go for 2 yet again. We're tied, notched up at 38 yet again now. 17-11 and counting. 20 on the shot clock. Here's Saley. Saley hands it off to Kamara. Kamara back to the far side wing to Benning. Benning taking his time, waiting on the dim screen and gets it. Tries to split it. Ellis Jones tips it away, and this is an easy dunk for Helterhoff. Slams it home.
I'm telling you,
for both of these teams.
This is how you play basketball right here, boys and girls. Simple passes, play strong defense, get out in transition. This is what we like to see in NAIA basketball.
And convert on transition. Most importantly, can't leave points off the board, especially in games like this where leads can change at the drop of a hat. Here's Saley now. Saley gets it tipped away by Darvish. Takes the one up in 3. No good. Rebound. Kamara goes back up and under layup, and he's got it. Tie game yet again. 40-all.
Kamara doing what Kamara does, crashing that glass, getting putbacks.
On the drive now. Great head fake. Waits for him to come back down. Kiss off the glass bucket for Monson. And the lead changes yet again. Here's Saley on the close side wing. Bounce pass up to Hoskin. Hoskin guarded by Jones. One of the probably the best interior defender, perimeter defender on the floor. And timeout call Texas Wesleyan. Coach Shingleton is not happy. We'll take a timeout. 40-42. The Saints ahead. Back after this break on the Antler Sports Network.
I'm the play-by-play announcer who's in your ear
all game long. And the more praise I heap on your team, the more excited you get. Touchdown!
Now, you don't hear the upstairs toilet overflowing, and I don't mean with confidence.
You wanted a bowl season? You got a bowl season.
And if I can show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get All-State and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Coach Chris Dial in his 5th season as the head coach of the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints, holding the 42-40 lead. Coach Shingleton and the Rams talking things over. Down 2. They still have 5 timeouts, however, with 16-14 left to go in this ball game. What do the Rams have to do to try to break back away? Because they had a pretty sizable lead at the end of the first half.
They got to slow down a bit. Let's get back into this half-court offense. You're not a fast break team, so quit trying to score every time in transition. Yes, play defense, get the ball, get a fast break, but then get your numbers there with you. Set it up and get the ball into your big man. Inside-outside game is what got you here. The inside-outside game will bring you back.
Both teams exiting their respective huddles. Texas Wesleyan in their matte gray home uniforms. Our Lady of the Lakes in their royal blue with white trim, white piping on the pants and jersey. 16-14 left to go in this ball game. It's a 2-point game. Both of these teams still fighting back and forth. No team with a clear advantage in almost any statistical category, especially on the scoreboard. Here we go. Here's me after the inbound. Saley rotating to his left, takes a screen from Jones. It's almost hipped away yet again. It is Jones with another deflection on the break, and it's going to be a foul call most likely, and it's going to be Saints basketball under their own basket. That call is against number 5, Juwan Jones of the Rams. Yet another foul called against the Rams in transition.
Juwan Jones' eyes got bigger than his stomach. He reached out and got a whole buffet, which was not the basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
I like buffets. I like to eat. So buffets are I don't want to say stomping grounds, but hey, I like a big buffet every once in a while.
There's nothing wrong with the good old, name goes here. No free advertising.
No free advertising. If you'd like to advertise the Antler Sports Network, go to antlersn.com/advertise. To have your business showcase on these great broadcasts. We travel across the Southwest and broadcast some of the best athletics we have to offer.
Once upon a time, Billy Tubbs said, listen to the referees. As I watched him argue with them and get ejected from the game at Texas Christian University. But in this case, when referees check in with each other, that's how you know that you can trust these guys. The referee is going to tell you the truth. I didn't catch that. I didn't see that. Let me check in. Let's confer this. Let's get the right call. And shout out to our cameraman, Mr. Thomas Jennings, the SIDA from Texas College. We sequestered him, kind of kidnapped, if you will, and got him on the camera.
Great job as always. As we have our inaugural presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. We want to give another thank you to Texas West University for hosting us here for this evening's ball game. After the officials seem to get it reset as we see Saley jumping up on the rim.
He just wanted to make sure his hops were in check. he hasn't had a lot of opportunities this game. He's been kind of a stand around the three-point line waiting on the shot kind of guy today. And he's been getting caught on defense a little bit, being a little bit more aggressive than normal.
The officials in a, I don't want to say heated discussion, but they are definitely discussing thoroughly. Cena maybe have found a conclusion? I don't know. What do you think they're talking about down there? Maybe where to go for dinner after the game, or who knows?
Maybe they're talking about the shot clock operator. I know that's one of the things that I was having a huge problem with in this conference.
Hey, but who knows? You never know. We're not down on the floor, thankfully. Pass was intended for Malzahn. That was a sequence there that had me frazzled for a second there. He tries to get back up with the basketball. Last time I checked, that is against the rule book. Turnover, Saints possession to the Rams.
Yes, sir. And great sportsmanship at the end of that. You could have saw a heated situation there, but both guys looked at each other out of full respect. They know it was a basketball play.
We saw this earlier. Both of these teams kind of a little bit of chatter. Of course, no game is without some kind of competition, as Meade with a great jab step there gets it out to Harris. Harris back over to Meade. Meade drives middle, looking for Harris again, and he's got a Harris on the drive. Great ball movement here by the Rams. And as we talked about before, prior to tip-off, that inside-outside game for Texas Wesleyan, able to get their shooters open and able to get their bigs in comparable positions to get rebounds and buckets around the basket. And so far, I'd say it's been working, even though the score button might not agree with us there. 15:37 left to go in the second half. Check that of play. Inbound over to Saley. Saley back over to be at the top of the key. Looking for Kamara down low. Doesn't get it to him. Gets it to Saley instead. Kamara comes out to the top of the key. Drives left. Goes through contact. Goes up. No good. No foul. Rebound Jones. And it's going to be a loose ball foul most likely called. That's going to be against number 13, Gavin Harris. As that is the 13th foul for Texas Wesleyan, as they're still down 2 with 15:25 left to go in the second half of play.
That's almost like a frustration foul, if you will. You know he should have did something better and actually worked harder to get the rebound.
On the drive is Monzon. Monzon gets to the center down low, can't get it. Monzon trying to clear out on the corner, and he does. He immediately met with a double team. Maybe try to hit it off his leg, because that could be a good thing to do. Picks up his dribble, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing towards Our Lady of the Lake University, and that's a tough break there for Texas Wesleyan.
Yes, it is. Tough break, but at the same time, a good break. Now they'll have possession next play. Who is going to step up for Texas Wesleyan? Who is going to be the true four general? You can see G and you can see Sally coming in there trying to at least call directions and kind of give that type of influence. But we need somebody to step up and take over this game as a floor general.
Because the time is slowly ticking away for Texas Wesleyan, although it's only a 2-point game, as Gill takes the inbound pass, uses the screen perfectly there, goes up, takes a big second step, can't get the shooter's roll. Rebound Texas Wesleyan, and that's another big-time bucket left off the board.
Yes, it was. Looked like he just took his eye off of it. He was more worried about the contact than the actual play.
Great job by Kamara. It goes up and through. Kamara ties this game back up. It's 42-all.
As I quote Jared Jones, practice makes perfect. We saw Mr. Kamara making those same moves right before pregame.
And Karamba comes up with the steal, and Texas Wesleyan has the chance to take yet another lead in this game. Another lead change may be imminent. Corner wide open. Meade for three. Can't get it to fall. Rebound almost brought in by Saley. It's collected by the Rams and hit out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints, and that's an amazing hustle play from Jawan Jones.
In comes Oscar Malandano to try to spread out the defense as they're known for, but he can play some defense for himself. The Saints are looking for some help right now to stop the bleeding. They let Wesleyan catch back up. It's all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, 42-42.
Holden checking back in, and we'll take that timeout with them. 42-all, 14-18 left to go. You're watching college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Both teams exiting their respective huddles. 42 all, 14-18 left to go in this second half of play. And this presentation of NAIA college basketball on the Antler Sports Network against the Texas Wesleyan Rams are duking it out on homecoming live from the Sid Richardson Center against Our Lady of the Lake University. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson with you for this evening's festivities. Be sure to go online to AntlerSN.com to find out all latest Antler Sports Network happenings. As Karama comes up with the rebound, goes up through contact, and he's got it after the top offensive board. It's 44-42. Texas Wesleyan with the lead. Making a man fall as Kasamba gets it down low to Monson. And we're
I told you guys a while ago, Oscar Maldonado coming in to make something happen for his guys. He knows the bleeding is coming on. But the hustle plays is what's going to make the difference in tonight's game.
And even Coach Singleton, prior to tip-off, discussing how Maldonado was a spark for the Saints team off the bench, showing that he wasn't anybody's fool, making that observation. Staley, step back three, can't get it to go. Pretty confident of that shot there. I wouldn't mind him taking more of those shots. He's a pretty good shooter. On the drive now, where the Saints on the fast break, over and under layup is good. And the lead goes back to Our Lady of the Lake after the up and under layup is good for Maldonado. That's back-to-back big-time points for the young man.
When you have a player ready to come off the bench like this, Maldonado, it's kind of a dream cost for any coach.
Layup response there from Jawan Jones is up and through, and we're tied once again. I feel like whoever scores last, whoever's the latest score before the buzzer goes off will win this game. As we cross the 13-minute mark and a foul called on the floor, that's going to be called against
number 5.
Check that is going to be against Sakari Kasamba of the Saints.
Oh, yeah. I believe you said whoever scores last. I personally believe that it's going to be whoever plays the cleanest defense. The cleanest defense and the hustle play is what's been dictating this game.
Right now, both teams sitting at 3 team fouls apiece. Most of these fouls, not necessarily shooting fouls, just really bang fouls on the floor. And you see Coach Shingleton there showing he's definitely earning that salary there as he's doing more than coaching. He's shot it up the floor. You love a coach that does little things like that, especially on his floor.
I will tell you, there are 2 coaches I can think of. Coach Matthew Cross from Texas College and Coach Matthew Cross from Texas College. They'll get out there and get on the floor. Sorry, Jamal Evans. You know you get on it too.
12:50 left to go in the second half. 46 all. Here come the Rams. Skip pass intended for Vinning a little bit too high. Seems like that pass might have been more intended for Farrington Field instead of Sid Richardson Center.
Man.
Let's call that incomplete second down.
You're saying Farrington Field. I'm thinking that was shot from I-35 South. Pay attention, guys. Let's get with it.
12:45 left to go and ticking now. 46 all in the second half. Both teams sitting at 4 timeouts apiece. Possession arrow sitting towards Texas Wesleyan. Coming off the screen is Maldonado. Maldonado looking for Holden. Check that, checking for Holder. And it's going to be another reaching foul, this time against Hoskin from Texas Wesleyan. And the tic-tac fouls, especially the on-ball fouls on the defensive side, starting to add up for both of these teams down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm calling them fatigue fouls. Mr. Hoskins, he's doing the same thing that got Mr. Vitting in trouble earlier, getting tired and reaching instead of playing good defense, moving your feet, sliding over. And as you see, he's being subbed back in.
Kamara checking back in.
Texas Wesleyan kind of going big with this sub, too, as well.
Here's Helterhoff. After the ball gets bobbled, corrals his Maldonado free throw line jumper. Side iron, no good. Rebound, Saley. Here come the Rams. It's about an even break here as the Saints corral back and get the even numbers on the defensive side. Heck of a Euro step finish. Can't get it to go. Helterhoff corrals the glass. Here come the Saints. They're running now.
Achille Vinny needs to start settling for some of those jump shots. He had a wonderful inside regular two-point shot that he could have made and rushed a layup.
Here comes Vinny. Gonna go back up with it through contact, no call, and gonna get called for the foul is Kamara after getting wrapped up with Tommy Law. That's a bang play. Every once in a while, you both go for the rebound at the same time. Your arms get crossed up a bit. Sometimes some referees wouldn't call that foul, but the officiating crew called it here. It's 11:55 left to go. Still 46 all. That last shot for the Saints come from Paul Minhoff from Letzwitzburg, Germany.
Achille Vinning was just about to kick the ball and send it to the moon, but coach called his name and collared him a little bit and gave him a good stern talking to. He's just frustrated at himself, ladies and gentlemen.
Maldonado, heck of a pass to Minhall, and Minhall is on the box fast. After missing that initial three, he gets the easy layup to fall. 11:33 left to go, 48-46 your score. Both of these teams unable to pull away. Let's see who concludes it here as we get ready to hit the 10-minute mark. Substitution pending for Texas Wesleyan. Gets it out to Saley. Saley swings it over to Vinning. Vinning going to drive again for his third straight possession. He rattles it home. Third time's the charm. 48 all now. Whistle blows. Looks like it might have been a delay of game called there. Looks like the official didn't really give Maldonado the ball fully. We seem to be good to go. Maldonado, not a small cookie in his own right. A 6'5 guard from Grinley, Colorado, graduate from Northridge High School. 16 points in this last outing to tack on with 2 rebounds. A perfect 1-for-1 from the charity stripe. As Din takes a seat next to Coach Shingleton and the Rams coaching staff. Here comes Holder. Holder crossing the timeline. 11 minutes now. Gets it to Minhoff. Minhoff over to Maldonado. Maldonado with Harris on him. Picks up his dribble. Looking for a man now. Gets it back out to Law. Law takes the screen, throws right from Helterhoff. And that's going to be a blocking foul.
Yeah.
No, could be an offensive foul. No, it's going to be a blocking foul. That's a great call by the official. Helterhoff stood strong there. You can see he's even talking to his teammates, pleading his case.
Yes,
and he's
did.
right on that note.
Hey, he's a big man, and he stood strong. He didn't lean over. He didn't try to cheat it out. And Mr. Jones just tried to slide around him instead of trying to go around him. He tried to slide and got caught.
16 foul, wide open. Minhoff for 3, knocks it down. The trifecta falling for the Saints. As we know, they like to shoot. 10:45 left to go in this second half. 25 on the shot clock. The Rams, numbers not starting to add up so far. They got to get buckets in quickly. And it's going to be a foul called against Maldonado. Most likely pending this call from the official. And that's who it's going to be against. The Bass is not a call, is not a shooting foul. No, it is going to be a shooting foul. Check that. Heading to the line for the Rams going to be number 4, Vinning, the Fort Worth representative. Also, just like you, Mr. Justin Jackson.
Yes, sir. Right here from my hometown. And I'm somewhat proud of him, but his style is very familiar. You know, I was on the southwest side of Fort Worth myself, growing up in Highland Hills area, O.D. Wide High School. We do a lot of shiftiness, a lot of dribbling, a lot of crab dribble, if you will. That's just our style here. A lot of dominant point guards and a lot of driving to the basket. Our point guards never see a shot that they won't take.
Vinning knocks down the first free throw. Checking back in will be Hoskin. Taking a seat will be Saley. You definitely want to keep him as fresh as you can, especially with his ability to create his own shots and his ability to shoot for 3 and knock it down pretty much at will with 10:41 left to go. Second free throw is up and good. It's a 1-point ball game here, folks. 51-50. Stolen away, goes up. Heck of a fall there. He shoots right back up, and heading back to the line will be Vinning with an opportunity to at least tie this ball game up and even take the lead back for the Wesleyan Rams.
The cleanest defense. That was a clean steal. Took it straight to the hole.
Now, Vinning seems to have changed his defense around. He got 2 quick fouls at the beginning of the first half, but now he seems to be made the adjustments that he's needed to. Maybe Coach Shingleton in the locker room kind of talked about him a little bit, got on his hindquarters a tad bit. Every once in a while, that's all it takes, just a little bit of fire around the bottom. With 10:37 left to go. Here's Vinning with his first shot.
There was a little frustration that happened a while ago, maybe 4 plays back. Vinny had the ball on the ground. He was about to go ahead and kick it. He was that mad, and Coach pulled him to the side, got in his ear, and let him know everything is okay. Keep shooting. I'm not taking you out of the game because you're mad. I want you to keep shooting. That's sometimes the kind of confidence that a coach can put into a player that'll make them do a lot
Vinning missed the free throw, almost gets his own rebound, but his last touch by Vinning out of bounds. Possession, Our Lady of the Lake University. With 10:36 left to go. We're pretty much back at 0-0, but instead it's 51-all. Clock rolling now. Here comes Holder. Holder with Vinning on him. Vinning's going to get called for the foul, and speak of the devil.
Starting to be a little ticky-tacky of a game, getting a little bit more physical. You don't see the attitudes going with the physicality, and that's a good thing in this league. But at the same time, it's still an AIA, and we know physicality is a part of the game.
But as long as it's controlled physicality, I feel like the fans, the coaches, players, staff, cheerleaders, concession stand workers, ourselves, we can accept that. Of course, sports, even though basketball isn't really classified as a contact sport, there's a lot of contact involved as the free throw goes off the side iron, no good. Still notched at 51 all. So we crossed the 10.5-minute mark left in this ball game. On the drive is Hoskin. Hoskin goes up, and he's got it to go for two, and the Rams take the lead right back, 53-51, 10-18 and counting left. The Rams putting on the full court pressure, looking to possibly get the Saints in the trap. Here's Holder in the middle of the floor now, looking across the timeline, getting closely guarded by Juwan Jones. Here's Holder crossing the timeline, gets it with the bound pass to Tommy Law on the far right side. In down low, goes up, ball goes just outside of the backboard, rebound by Texas Wesleyan, rebound back by Minhoff, up to the far side sideline, Maldonado, side of winding three, count the bucket, and one, the three-point shot falls, and hopefully the free throw falls if you're this Saints offense.
Oscar Maldonado from Greenlee, Colorado has been the secret weapon of this team. Not so secret that our coach from Texas Wesleyan didn't know about him. He already said we have to watch out for when he gets on the floor.
And
he likes to spread the floor, and this is why.
This is why.
Way to knock down the shot, big man. He's giving me a little touch of Boris Diaw, Joe Johnson type of.
That's a throwback. Boris Diaw, a long time power forward, small forward for that San Antonio Spurs dynasty in the early, mid, and late 2010s. After the free throw miss, here comes Vinning. Gets it up the floor, rolls in, can't get it. Rebound, Texas Wesleyan. Minhoff tries to defend it, fall away shot, no good. Maldonado rebound. 9:42 left, and the Sid Richardson Center is rocking. It's almost like you can hear a pin drop here. 9:34 and counting now. On the drive is Law. Law gets back out to check that, gets it back out to Darvish. Darvish resets smartly, 15 on the shot clock, 9:25 and counting on the game clock. Gets it out to Law. Substitution pending for the Saints and also for the Texas Wesleyan Rams. It's stolen by Vinny. Vinny gets it up, trips on his own man, spins around, the ball's on the floor. No one still has it. It's Tommy Law for the Saints this go around. Floater, can he go 3 for 3? And he does. He definitely works on that floater. He knocks it down for 2, 56-53. As we get ready to hit the 9-minute mark, the Rams need a response. It is an offensive foul. Charge taken by the Saints, specifically Darvish, and the Rams fans are not happy.
Tommy Law is making that floater drop like one Ty Law of Texas A&M a few years back, maybe 20 years or so.
That is a throwback indeed.
He is making that thing fall, sticking that ball up in the air and letting it fall in perfectly. There is no way that this game does not make top 10 on your list today. ESPN, we're coming your way. I promise you, you're going to get one of these highlights. That block was crazy.
We've seen a lot of highlights. Can't wait to watch this footage back and see some of the best moments from this ball game. 9:04 left to go, 57-53. The Saints have the lead. Maldonado, Law, Darvish, Minhoff, and Monson on the floor for the Saints. Me, Kamara, Vinny on the floor in company for the Rams. Maldonado drives, draws the foul yet again. And one thing about Maldonado, he's a lanky guy, but his ability to switch directions, that shiftiness, as you alluded to from Vinning, has definitely made life a nightmare for these guards for Texas Wesleyan. Drawing fouls, gaining the line. And as you can see, that's a 10th team foul for Texas Wesleyan. The Saints only with 5.
Sending him to the left doesn't work. Sending him to the right doesn't work. He's going straight to the basket.
Maldonado's first free throw up the front iron, no good. Checking in for the Rams is Juwan Jones. Taking a seat will be Michael Meek.
As the Texas Wesleyan yell leader is down there with the cheerleaders doing his thing.
Good to see continued support. Free throw, can't get the shooter roll. It toilet bowls out, and Texas Wesleyan will take possession back. Here come the Rams. Jones swings it over. In the corner, back to Jones now. Great seal, goes up for the layup. Almost a putback dunk opportunity for Kamara, but instead, Juwan Jones will head back to the charity stripe to try to bring this game back within striking distance. As we get ready for these free throws, we want to thank our sponsors, Allstate, Are You in Good Hands, the Moody Agency, and Frenchie Jones, Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas, official restaurant of the Antler Sports Network, the Drip Like Jesus Apparel line, East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust, DeMarcus Johnson and Hoosar Academy, HGO and Tyler, your hometown drink stop, an official sip of the ASN, Kelly's Tattoo and Tyler, Casey Muse with Avenue Speak, Coach Matt Oswald as the free throw falls, Coach Matt Oswald of Scouting Report, Tyler Rose Driving Center, where we're learning the rules of the road the proper way matters, Thompson Tire and Services, and Natural Stone Plant Company, where every home needs a plant. 8:33 left to go after the first free throw falls from Jones. Second free throw hits back iron and pumps in. 57, 55, 88 minutes. Check that. 8 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. But the Saints still hold the one possession lead. Let's see if they can expand it here. Here's Darvish. Swings it over Minhall, trying to break down this press. Darvish crosses the timeline now, has Jones on him defensively. Dribbling, tries to drive it to his right, gets it to Maldonado on the far side. Looking down low, it's going to be Monson. Falls it off, however, gets it to Minhall at the top of the key. Minhall, tough three-point shot. Back iron, no good. Rebound corralled by Vinning and the Rams, and they're running. Hard skip pass over to Saley. Saley jabbing, has Minhall on him. Wide open three for Harris. No good. Big-time shot there. Opportunity missed. Rebounded by Darvish and the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University.
These Saints are here working hard. Both teams are working hard, but the ball just won't fall.
Saints are marching in here to Fort Worth, Texas. Here's Monson through contact. Can't get it to go.
Another missed shot.
Ellis Jones pending check in, but here's Saley from downtown. Can't get it to go. Rebound Harris up to Kamara. Goes up and he's got it.
Great pass by Harris, looking to go big to big. That's how I like to see. I love it to see big men passing the ball to each other. You're going to keep the ball as high as you can. You're going to make a flashy pass. You're going to get the ball to your other big man. Let's both throw it down.
Speaking of big men, here's Monson. Monson, fantastic pass to Minhoff in the corner for three. Got it.
We knew that was almost guaranteed. If you see him open at the three-point line, you can count it up as is now.
He has been a spark off the bench in his last outing. 10 points, 2 for 7 from downtown. Speaking of downtown, corner three up from Jones. No good. Rebound Kamara. Kamara spins, tries to tip the basketball away. Still in bounds. Last touch Minhoff, and it's out of bounds. Possession goes to Texas Wesleyan. Checking back in for the Saints will be Ellis and Prunell. Checking back in for the Rams is Hosking. Kamara will take a much-needed rest. 6:52 left to go in this ball game. It's a three-point affair. 60-57 your score as the Rams look to take possession on the close sideline here. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson in this presentation of the Antler Sports Network. Be sure to go online to antlersn.com. Go to the top right corner of your screen. Click the Watch Live button that's outlined and written in orange to find the latest Antler Sports Network broadcast. Also, go to antlersn.com/schedule to find out when we will be broadcasting a game near you. In the next coming days, we'll have our full high school basketball streaming slate. A lot of great games across the state of Texas, specifically East Texas and this DFW area. Checking back in will be Sakati Kasamba for the Saints. Be sure to go to our schedule to find out if your high school will be broadcast. We have a lot of big-time games coming up, including the Tigers of Lancaster and the Wildcats of Cannondale in 6A and 4A respectively. Gets it outside to Jones now. Jones, shot blown off. Foul called on the floor. That is going to be against the Saints, number 23, Xavier Prunell. Another foul against Prunell.
Another foul against Prunell. He comes in. He's a professional fouler, I think, at this point. He's, like we said, he's a space holder. He's going to come in and do exactly what Coach asked for.
Foul puts the Rams in the bonus now. Shooting these 1-and-1 shots is Ruben Monson. Check that, not Ruben Monson, it's Jawan Jones. Wrong 5 there. Can't hit the front half of the 1-and-1. Rebound Holder gets it out to Jorvich.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit the like button when you tune in to Antler Sports Network.
Here's Darvish. Darvish looking for a cutting Holder. He calls timeout smartly. We'll take it with him. Back after this short break, 60-57, 6:29 left to go. It's a big-time game here, folks, to see how it concludes. This is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
I'm the play-by-play announcer who's in your ear
all game long. And the more praise I heap on your team, the more excited you get. Touchdown!
Now, you don't hear the upstairs toilet overflowing, and I don't mean with confidence.
You wanted a bowl season? You got a bowl season.
And if I could show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Need to ask?
Back here on the Antler Sports Network, this second half is brought to you by Mudslingers Drive-Thru Coffee in Tyler. I like a good coffee every once in a while. Not the biggest coffee fan in the world, but Mudslingers will get your morning, afternoon, or evening fix to help you get through your day. Mudslingers in Tyler, supplied by the Collie Coffee Company in front of Green Acres Bowl in Tyler, Texas. After the timeout, Holden will inbound for the Saints of Our Lady of Our Lake University. Texas Wesleyan Rams hold homecoming festivities on campus at their football game at Farrington Field earlier this afternoon. But right now, the Rams are down 3 with 6:29 left to go, 60-57. Your score, Jarrett Jones, Justin Jackson with you. And this presentation of college basketball. Seems like this time, it's going to Coach Singleton on their fix is going to be head coach Chris Dial getting a little bit of the sweeping action here.
I think they decided to rotate. I think we're getting ready for coaches against cancer, so the coaches wanted to go ahead and lead by example and show their guys that hard work never stops it, no matter what age you are.
Everything seems to be all right. Coach Dial dialing his own number there. Puts the broom back under the basket, and we're set back to go. Seems like we're set back to go. Still a little bit of cleaning still on this floor.
Once again, I would like to take this time to remind everybody, hit the like button here on Antler Sports Network, right here on your favorite YouTube channel.
Seem to be back to business as usual here. Ball gets inbound, and here comes Jones. Jones swings it out. Resetting now with the Saints offense. Almost had that pass there was Darvish, but gets it back up to Jones at the top of the key. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get up a shot. Fade away. No, didn't hit the rim.
Did not hit the rim. Boy, the anticipation was growing as the seconds were dwindling away. It was good to see him finally get a shot up, but Elias Jones, he likes to go fast. If he would just learn to slow down and run a clean offense, he will be a true floor general.
Well, Ellis has shown that his speed has gotten him in perfect positions on the defensive end and also on the offensive end. Let's see if he can fine-tune that speed and that pace to lock in for the rest of this game as we hit the 6-minute mark, 60-57 here. Jones guarding Vinning, Looking for the Kamara screen. Vinning splits the screen, gets it out to Kamara, takes a step, can't get it to go. Rebound Monson, and the drive spell continuing for both of these teams. Nobody able to find the final kill shot. Here's Jones. Jones from downtown, rattles it home.
And he slowed down. And one more time, as I'm saying, there's 3 sports where speed can actually affect you. Learning how to go fast and slow. Learning when to go fast and slow. It's not a race out here. Still got to put the ball in the basket.
Harris gets it out to Saley. Saley driving. Picks up his dribble. Gets it out to Harris. Harris going to draw the
Looks
foul
like we got a hold on him.
That's call is going to be against the Saints, number 5, Ruben Monson. And the Rams will go back to the line. This go around is going to be Gavin Harris.
Check that foul's on number 4, Sakay Kasamba. Didn't want to see the guy run past him, so he went ahead and grabbed him a little bit like we all couldn't see it. Coach is taking him out now.
But in this situation, especially when both teams are in the 1-and-1, fouls like that could be taxing, especially with a Rams team trying to get back into this game. As the front end of this 1-and-1 is knocked down from Harris, making the score 63-58. 5:21 still left to go in this ball game. Still plenty of basketball left to be played, especially if you're this Saints team. You know good and well that being down 12 with this just about the same amount of time left on the clock, and still came back and almost put the Lions away, coming down to a final shot. You know that this is plenty of time. Let's see if they can hold off a team this time instead of try to come back against one. 5:13 and ticking out. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 63-59 your score. Here is Kasamba. Kasamba swings it back out to Parnell. Parnell gets it back out to Darvish. Darvish, 10 on the shot clock. They got to get something going here. Darvish drives right, takes a screen, steps back. Sutter sets 5 on the shot clock now. Drives to his right, goes up, contact. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Darvish, out of bounds. Turnover. Possession goes to Texas Wesleyan.
Moose, let me tell you something. I've always been known for being the guy that just speaks, calls it like he sees it. Right now, I see their offense has no trust in Purnell. He is a defensive specialist, and coach calls him in for specific assignments. He was open 3 times on that possession. They did not give him the ball.
On the drive now is Venning. Venning almost gets it sent away by Jones, but he's going to get called for the foul here. Indeed, his foul is going to be on Ellis Jones. Jones from Houston, Texas, from Langham Creek High School. Ellis Jones has 13 points. That's his third personal foul. Check that. That's 12 points. Third personal foul.
Langham Creek down in the southwest Gessner area of Houston, Texas. Very known for the Galleria.
First free throw is good. 63-60. It's a one-possession ball game yet again. Pending substitution is going to be Michael Mee coming in for Kamara if he makes his free throw, or maybe eventually. As Ellis Jones tries to go to the corner, maybe try to hide away, but Kamara is right on his tail. So he nails the free throw. The substitution made. And we still are unable to really tell which team is going to pull away from this game, but as they say, only time will tell. 4.5 minutes now, and here comes Darvidge. Darvidge guarded closely by Saley. These two have had a very good defensive battle so far as this game has transpired. Monson trying to get the jump on Kamara. Can't get any positioning down low. Gets it back to Darvidge. Darvidge has Malden trying to get open yet again. Pass was intended for Law. Check that is intended for Kasamba. Out of bounds. Possession goes to Texas Wesleyan. 4:15 left to go. Shot clock reset. 63-61. The Rams have a chance to tie this game or even take a lead now. But the Saints looking to apply some full pressure as this game goes down the final stretch.
With 8 minutes left into the second half, I remember you saying it seems like the last person to take the last shot is going to win, and it's starting to build up that way.
13 seconds on the shot clock. 4:06 now. Gets it to Kasamba. Throws it down for the Thunder. It's dunked. And that's one way to tie this ball game and get momentum back on your side. 4 minutes left to go. 3:57 and counting. Check that. 23 on the shot clock now. Here comes the Saints. Tommy Law with it. Swings it back out to Parnell. Parnell looking left. Has Monson. Monson spins, picks up his dribble, gets it back out to Gill, who recently checked in. Gill has his shot stolen away by Jawan Jones. Jones gets it over to Harris, and this could be a chance to take the lead. 3.5 minutes now. This game is coming down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a fantastic textbook steal. You know you stole the ball good when it never hits the ground.
Kasamba with a rough screen, gets it out to Saley. Saley, hop steps, drive through the charge attempt. No charge, no bucket either. Harris, three, got it!
And the crowd goes wild here in the Sid Richardson Arena. Exactly what we expected. I'm quoting Mr. Jared Moose Jones by telling you guys, it seems like the last person to take a shot will be the winner of the game as Texas Wesleyan goes up 66-63.
Moments like this deserve pure silence. We always say this in football, basketball, t-ball, soccer, kickball, whatever sport. Big-time players make big-time plays. We're going to keep it here, barring this timeout, as we have a big-time contest between both of these teams. Full timeout taken. Let's take a look at a couple of stats here. Texas Wesleyan, field goal percentage-wise, shooting 40% from the field. Our Lady of the Lake shooting better, 48% from downtown. Our Lady of the Lake still holding the advantage with 40%. Texas Wesleyan, although hitting that big-time three, only shooting 28%. Free throw-wise, Texas Wesleyan going 19 for 30 from the charity stripe, shooting 63%. 7 of 15 for the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University with 46%. Turnover battles relatively close. 17 for OLLU, 14 for Texas Wesleyan, but the rebound totals, something that definitely sticks out to me. 36 rebounds for the Rams, 26 for the Saints. Let's see how that stats round up at the end of this game. We still have 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go as both teams exit their respective huddles. Here we go yet again. The Saints marching into Fort Worth, Texas, no pun intended. Looking to try to get a win here. Get some get back after falling to Sag U just last night. Here comes Gill. Gill smartly letting the ball roll. No time ticking off the clock until he touches the ball. And the clock will run now. He's guarded by Saley. 10 on 10. Gets it a handoff up to Jones. Whistle blows. Official timeout.
Looks like we got is this a blood rule or tape rule? Contact. 13.
Coming back off will be Harris. Seems to be getting attended to. Hopefully the kid's okay.
Lost his contact, you look like. He's right back up, ready to go.
Listen, that's a pretty good game, Justin. We might have to go down there and have you give us an interview with the winning coach here. Hopefully we can try to get that going here as the post game, but we still have basketball to play. 3:07 and ticking left, 20 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. Jones takes the screen from Minhoff. Looking for him there to maybe try to get another three. Instead, he's going to have to give it to Law. Tommy Law drives right, has him into the corner for three. Monson got it! He nails the three-point jumper.
It doesn't get any better than this.
Anything you can do, I can do better. 66 all, 2:45 left to go. Samba goes up, got the bucket to fall. Officials blow the whistle.
We got a technical foul here on. Looks
Technical
like
foul is going to be against Ruben Monson, the San Diego, California native.
he's been playing with a little chip on his shoulder the whole game. So you expect the intensity to come from him. But, man, you got to put a leash on that sometimes.
Count the basket. And heading to the line and shoot his technical free throws and expand this lead is number 5, Jawan Jones. Shot, front iron, no good. No substitutions made, but you can see Coach Dial pleading his case on the far side sideline, not happy about that last call, but Our Lady of the Lakes will take possession. Here comes Gill, 2:40 and counting. The Texas Wesleyan bench trying to egg on their reins on the defensive side now. 2:30 now and counting. Ball is
oh man,
that's going to be a big time mistake there. Law couldn't get his fingers on it.
Tommy Law just has been so sure-handed the whole game. This actually is his first turnover.
And this is where true composure shows across the board in the coaching staff, in the bench, and most importantly, the guys on the floor, and even the officials. Every little mistake is amplified as we get ready to hit the 2.5-minute mark. Ball gets inbounded to Harris. He seems to be okay after having to take a quick breather on the sideline. Harris, guarded by Minhoff. Saley cuts through, no dice. 18 on the shot clock. Driving, Harris goes up, baby hook, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to the Saints.
With all the guards on Wesleyan's team, you wouldn't expect Harris to be bringing the ball down. What a strong play.
Shot. These small guards for the Our Lady of the Lake University are not afraid to go at the chest of the Rams to get easy buckets. Speaking of easy buckets, going up and gets a tough bucket of his own. Count it at 70-68.
Rob Gill coming down strong, showing you guys what a junior guard can do with the experience that he's had before. He's been here before, he's seen this before, and he knows what to do. On the other end of the court, Vinny just coming down, passing the ball to Jones. Jones staying strong and putting the ball in the basket.
And we're going to take a timeout here, back in 30 seconds on the Antler Sports Network.
I'm the play-by-play announcer. I'm the play-by-play announcer who's in your ear
all game long. And the more praise I heap on your team, the more excited you get. Touchdown!
Now, you don't hear the upstairs toilet overflowing, and I don't mean with confidence.
You wanted a bowl season? You got a bowl season.
And if I could show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem like me.
It's crunch time. Minute 54 left to go. Texas Wesleyan holding the 70-68 advantage. Jarrett Jones, Justin Jackson here for this presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Both teams leaving their respective huddles. This is game time. Inside of 2 minutes, it's where good players shine and where mistakes are amplified. As we mentioned earlier before the break, back-to-back big-time buckets from Gill for the Saints, and Jones for the check that and for Vinning, respectively, for both of these ball clubs. Neither team able to get a true advantage. That's been the story of really this entire ball game. Get ready for our pregame coverage. We might try to get an interview with the winning coach here, but who knows? The only people I see winning right now are the fans. This is an amazing game for all involved. And we'll also elect our Thompson Tire and Services player of the game at the conclusion of this game. Here's Law. Law looking for something. Drives left. Goes up through contact, and he's got the bucket to go for 2. And we're tied yet again as we get ready to hit the 1.5-minute mark.
That's 10 points for Law, and he is not playing with you guys. He's coming down strong.
Here's Jones. Jones gets it out to Harris. Dribble hand off to Saley. Back out to Vinning. Vinning, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 20 and counting. Gets it out to Jones. Jones jabs. Looks for Harris. Harris looking to get something now. Low skip pass across the floor. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Goes up and underneath. Got it! What a finish! What a highlight play as we get ready to cross a minute. Here's Gill. Gill trying to force momentum back to the Saints. Possession arrow pointing towards Texas Wesleyan as we go inside of a minute now. This is going to be crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe my guess might affirm true. Here's Gill. Gill, Minhoff, corner three, rattles it home.
Minhoff does not ever miss shots from that spot. I've seen this kid play too many times. That is his spot on the floor.
1 point game, 40 seconds left. Jump ball called, possession Texas Wesleyan, and that's what Our Lady of the Lake needed. Get that possession arrow on your side. Fresh set of the shot clock here. Might try to get one more final shot if you can hold on defense long enough and force Texas Wesleyan to take a shot that will fall into the Saints' favor. A little bit of a wet spot on the floor here. Coach Singleton talking to his guards, specifically Venning. Venning's been the X factor so far, I would say, for this Texas Wesleyan team, as he's pretty much been a defensive figurehead and also an offensive figurehead as Sid Richardson is rocking. Just take a listen to the crowd here.
Texas Wesleyan is calling a timeout here, as well
as Lady University.
And who will they charge it to?
I'm the play-by-play announcer who's in your ear. I'm a tailgate.
You work hard to protect the things you love, your car, your home, and your financial future. East Texas Benefits will work just as hard to ensure your protection during these trying times. Our experts are trained to find the best policies tailored to any budget, but at the best insurance agency in Tyler by the people who make us who we are. Book a free consultation today at easttexasbenefits.com. East Texas Benefits, local knowledge you can trust. A Better Business Bureau A+ accredited business.
Both teams leaving their respective huddles now as we have a 73-72 ball game. The Saints holding the slight advantage in the Sid Richardson Center. When Texas Wesleyan finds a way to march back in this ball game, the Saints say, hold on, wait a minute, we have an answer of our own to give. Possession arrow after the recent jump ball, pointing in the direction of Our Lady of the Lake University. To inbound now will be Saley. We spoke to him at the half. The inbound being defended by Tommy Lee. 42.6 seconds left to go. Texas Wesleyan has one timeout. Lady of Our Lakes has two. Charge almost taken, spin move from Harris, and he's got it to fall.
Mr. Harris making a big shot as a big man can.
Whistle blows.
Now Harris is listed as a 6'6" guard, and if you watch how he plays, he has no problem handling the ball. And it seems like the later it gets in this game, coach wants him to be handling the ball. He still has his two premium guards out there in Vinny and Jones, but he's just trusting Harris to take care of the ball.
Clock reset here, 40 seconds even. After the bucket from Harris is 74-73. Ball gets a bit of a drying off as officials are speaking with Coach Chris Dial.
So with 1 minute and 41 seconds left, they have to remind.
Well, that can't be right. 1 minute 41, that can't be right.
Yeah, something's going on over there.
There it is, 41.1 seconds.
Now, after every made basket, the clock will stop. Hopefully our shot clock and clock operators can do a good job. This is the crucial point. Very familiar with this. The SWAC commissioner, Andrew Roberts, was my boss there at Texas Southern. He would be yelling right about now, stop the clock!
Now, Texas Wesleyan is a member of the Sooner Athletic Conference, of course. Our Lady of the Lakes, a member of the Red River Athletic Conference. It's 40 seconds left now. 10 seconds separating the shot and game clock. 74-73 your score. Gill takes a screen, steps back to his right. He's got Saley on him. Has Minhoff. Minhoff finds a wide open man.
I kind of want to see that foul. I got to get an up close and personal slow motion view of that shot because that looked all ball.
that looked like a pretty solid call, especially from this angle. The fact that he had the ball in his hands a certain way to where he protected the ball with his hand, that's why the ball spun to the left. I want to say that was to the left, but heading to the line after getting fouled is Ruben Monson. Now let's take a listen to the crowd. Shot falls, and a hush falls upon the Sid Richardson center. It's all knotted up at 74. Minhop and Law are going to be the two blue jerseys in for Our Lady of the Lake. Rebound corralled by Saley. And here comes Vinning. Vinning, 20 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. This might be the very last
Coach
shot.
is telling everybody, get out the way. Let's make the moves happen. Here comes your senior guard.
10 seconds. 9, 8. Vinning still with it. Trying to get open. Jones on him. 4. Goes up for the layup. No good. Shot. One more. No shot. And we are heading to overtime. Very first college basketball game, and we're heading to OT. It's extra basketball, free basketball. Back after this break on the Antler Sports Network. It's overtime here at Sid Richardson Center. And here are our our regulation stats. Check that. Total turnovers, Our Lady of the Lake 18, Texas Wesleyan 14. Field goal percentage, OLLU 51.8, Texas Wesleyan 43.9. And the rebounding totals, Texas Wesleyan 37, Our Lady of the Lake 28. 5-minute overtime period, winner take all. This is where the stars truly shine the most.
Turnovers and rebound.
Jared Jones, Justin Jackson, for a presentation of college basketball between the Texas Wesleyan Rams and Our Lady of the Lake Saints, as we're here to tip things back off. Looking to do the jumping honors, we're projecting to be Monson and most likely Kamara. And it looks like that's exactly who will be jumping to reset this overtime period. And one thing to note, Dim is not on the floor.
That is something it's really pondering me. I'm checking out how many fouls he may have. He's only got one foul. That really, honestly, is perplexing me. I'm going to have to say that.
Maybe they're saving him for later on in this ball game. As we're up and away here, as Harris corrals the tip as we begin overtime here in the Sid Richardson Center. 4:50 now, 20 on the shot clock. Here comes Harris. Harris gets the Kamara screen and rejects it. Swings it back out to Jones. Jones drives, goes through contact, up and under, can't get it to fall. Rebound Saints. Here it comes Gill. Gill skips through, goes up and under, can't get the shooter's roll. Law comes back with it, gets it home for two, and that's our first score here in overtime at 76-74, 4:27 left to go. Here comes Vinning. Vinning missed the potential game-winning shot in regulation. Vinning drives, not going to miss this time. He rattles it home for two.
No, sir, he skied right up there for a good frequent flyer layup.
4:07 left to go in OT. Here's Law. Looking down low. Goes up for it. He gets it to go. That's a big man move down there. This is going to be a battle of the bigs down the stretch. Who's going to get the proper rebounds? Who's going to make the great help side plays on the defensive end down the stretch? 3:50 left to go in overtime. Here's Harris. Harris gets it out to Saley. Saley has Ellis Jones on him. Gets the Kamara screen. Kamara drops. Far side swing over to Jones. Jones drives right on Gill. Swings to his left. Minhoff corrals the steal. Great down the stretch defense there on the perimeter by Gill and the Saints. Here comes Gill at the top of the key, slowing things down, trying to direct traffic. And here is the leader of this current unit. Gets it out to Tommy Law. Law's had a fantastic game of his own, easily in double figures. Jones, fadeaway three. Nothing but air. That's a tough shot there from Jones.
Yes, it was. Fading away, going sideways and backwards away from the basket, and he still decided to shoot. Sometimes you just got to make that extra pass. Manhoff is right there in the corner ready to make that shot.
Hoskin and Meade sub in. Taking a seat will be Finning and Jones. This overtime period brought to you by East Texas Benefits. Local knowledge you can trust. I want to remind you that even though we weren't able to have to reschedule our respective shavings, we'll get them done as soon as we can. We'll probably talk about that post-game, but go to antlersn.com/news to check out the Antler Sports Network news wire and find out all the latest updates regarding the Antler Sports Network. Back out now is Hoskin. Hoskin recently subbing in. Kamara looking this for the screen is going to get it out to Saley. Can't get it to fall. Rebound tip corralled by the Saints and Ellis Jones. Gets it out to Gill this time. Gill slows it down as he get ready to cross the timeline. 23 on the shot clock, 2:45 on the game clock in overtime. 78-76 your score. The Saints holding the advantage. The Saints with 3 timeouts. Texas Wesleyan with 2. Both teams sitting at 10 fouls apiece. Fouls automatically go to the free throw line. Monson going to get called for a travel there. That's exactly what it is. Too many steps there.
I don't know if you see number 10 for Texas Wesleyan, Peyton Solly. He's got a little limp in his step. I don't know what happened. He came up gimping a while ago. This could affect the way he plays.
Here comes Vinning. Vinning looking to right his wrong. 2:25 now. Gets it into Karoma, can't get it to go, and it's stolen away by Ellis again. Ellis Jones continues to stay in the passing lane as he has from the first whistle. Here comes Gill. Gill, Saley on him. Fatigue beginning to set in for both of these teams as we get ready to hit the 2-minute mark. Gill gives it out to Law. Law drives, goes up, and he's going to get the foul call. He'll head to the line shooting 1-1. That might be 5 most likely. And it is. That is 5 fouls against Hoskin. That's a big-time blow. That's a detrimental blow if you're Texas Wesleyan with 2:05 left to go.
Yeah, man, you had to go sit down on that one, and I understand it hurts. But we got to stay out of foul trouble, guys. It is overtime, so that is kind of to be expected. But for a guy that's been working so hard in Hoskins, it's showers for him.
Heading to the line will be Tommy Law from Mobile, Alabama, the 6'3" sophomore guard. 11 points a game, 5 rebounds a game. Shooting pretty well at the line as he rattles home that first free throw and leans forward.
I think part of the reason why he reminds me of Ty Law so much is because he's wiry, but he makes that left-hand shot work for him as he misses.
Guess you jinxed him there. Rebounded, corralled by the Rams. And Vinning swings it back over to Harris. Harris drives. Saley with it. Saley goes on the baseline, goes up, and he's got it. That's a fundamental shot from Saley, fading away from his typical 3-point shot creation game. Getting 2 points the easy way. 1:45 left to go in overtime. 79-78. The Saints hold the advantage. Here comes Gill, goes over to his coach, calls timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. 79-78. 1:44 left to go in OT. This is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Overtime in the Sid Richardson Center on the campus of Texas Wesleyan University. And this presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network is brought to you by Thompson Tire and Services in Tyler and the Tyler Rose Driving Center, where learning the rules of the road the proper way matters. 144 left to go. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson here with you. As 144 is all that separates these two ball clubs. Our Lady of the Lake University representing the Red River Athletic Conference, and the Sooner Athletic Conference representatives, the Texas Wesleyan Rams. Be sure to go to antlersn.com/schedule to find out when we will be broadcasting a game near you as we gear up to prepare for our full slate of Texas high school basketball. Most of our games are already scheduled on our YouTube page. There you can also find when all games are scheduled. Here comes Gill coming out of the timeout, trying to get Minhoff open. Gill with it, getting guarded by Jones now. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. He's got to get something going as we cross a minute and a half. Texas screen right. Gill drives left. Has to go up 3 seconds. 2 seconds goes up and under. No good. Rebound snatched over by Venning. Venning, 3-on-2 break. Gonna take it himself. Goes up. Mee tries to get the rebound. Can't get it, but Mazin can.
Another
timeout. No, a technical foul called against Texas Wesleyan bench. That's going to be a big-time moment here with 1:12 left to go. Technical foul on the Texas Wesleyan bench, forcing them to sit down. And the Texas Wesleyan bench pleading their case. As you can hear the dismay from the Rams faithful here. Saley checks back in and Meade takes a seat. Heading to the line will be Minhoff for the Saints to increase this lead, currently sitting at 1. As we're in 1:12 left in overtime. Both teams sitting at 2 timeouts apiece.
Was there a warning before that technical?
No, that was a technical foul called against the bench. Texas Wesleyan officials instructing the bench to sit down as Minhoff knocks down the free throw and increases the lead to 2, making this lead just a tad bit harder, this mountain a bit harder to climb. But Texas Wesleyan has the ability to play fast-paced basketball. Just last season, they went 9-12 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They lost and check that. They went 19-12 overall, 12-10 in the Sooner Athletic Conference. They lost in the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament first round as Our Lady of the Lake takes a timeout, and we'll take the timeout with them. Back in 30 seconds. This is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
MTCB.
Cedar Richardson Center is our location, and the anticipation rises. 104 left in overtime. The Saints, after Minhoff knocks down the technical free throw after the Texas Wesleyan bench gets whacked with a technical foul. Second technical foul of this ball game. They are now down 2. Here comes Gill. Most likely he's going to take his time with 15 on the shot clock. 58. Gets the screen. Gets it back out to Ellis. Ellis Jones with it. Jones spins. Heck of a move there. Crosses back over. Goes up. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Harris. 45 seconds left to go. They can try to go 2 for 1 here if they hurry, but they got to go quickly. Here comes Jones. Jones over to Harris, and looks like they're just going to try to take their time and get the best shot they can. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good decision. 35 seconds of counting left. 15 on the shot clock now. 2 timeouts for the Rams, 1 timeout for the Saints. Harris tries to get it to Venning and does. Venning guarded by, check that. Venning is getting guarded by Gill now. Goes up as Kasama. It's an and 1. Count the bucket. Count the bucket. I thought it was going to be a charge. Officials call it a blocking foul and heading back to the line. Coroma.
Kamara is still playing hard. Like you said, practice makes perfect, and every shot we've seen him make tonight, we watched him right on this goal make before pregame.
Now he has to make this free throw to give the Rams a 1-point lead with 22 seconds left. And I tell you, whoever makes the final shot is going to win this ball game. I didn't necessarily say what shot, it would be a free throw or a layup or what have you, but whichever team makes let's change that. Whichever team makes the last mistake. Shot no good. There's 22 seconds left.
Free throw's still giving Kamara a problem as it did in the first half. He might be the guy to put on the line at the end of the game.
Gill said he just might do it himself, but no, check that. It's going to be a timeout called for our Wesleyan, the Lake University. We're going to keep it here for this one, however. 13 seconds left. If you're Texas Wesleyan, you try to defend the three. Most certainly, you don't want to give up an easy shot. But do you force them to take a deep three, especially with guys like Minhoff on the floor and Jones, who isn't afraid to take a three? And one thing I might want to try to bring up, Maldonado could be on the floor for this situation.
True, but with Our Lady of the Lake's recent, how can we say, layup woes, yeah, I'm definitely defending the three. I'm coming right back out in the 3-2 zone. That gave them problems earlier in the first half. I don't want them shooting that three-point shot, and I don't want my guys fouling the three-point shooter.
Most importantly, found the three-point shooter. Maldonado was a victim of a foul when he took a jump shot, but he tacked on 4 extra points at the end of that possession. Let's see what happens here. 13 seconds left. Notched up at 80. Sid Richardson, center, can get a raucous in a heartbeat.
And I'm still wondering why Dim is not on the floor for Texas Wesleyan.
Here comes Jones. Jones over to Gill. 8 seconds left. 6 seconds. Up to Jones. Jones drives. 3 seconds. Has to get off a shot quickly. 1 second. Fires! No! Doesn't get it to fall. And we're going to go to a second overtime period. We're going to take one short timeout. A second overtime lose at the Sid Richardson Center. Who will win this ball game? Nobody knows, but let's find out together, shall we? This is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens.
And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice.
So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Did you know you had a Texas State bucket list must-see right in the heart of East Texas? It's Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas. Circle M is more than just crawfish. It's home to the best deep-fried catfish in town. There's something for everybody to enjoy, including chicken fried steak, burgers, and ready for game day wings. Circle M has everything you need to have a good time with the whole family, with a gated playground to keep kiddos entertained. Circle M Crawfish on State Highway 155 in Big Sandy, Texas, home of Circle M Rivalry Week.
It's overtime period number 2. On the Antler Sports Network, Jared Jones, Justin Jackson with you. As this game just doesn't want to end. Or these coaches just don't want to finish playing, or I don't know what the current situation would be. All I know is this. Both teams are back on the floor. It's notched up at 80. We have to leave eventually. This game has to end somehow. Let's see who comes out on top. Tip-off looming yet again. Ball's up in the air, and here we go for overtime period number 2. The campus of Texas Wesleyan University. Here come the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University, representing the Red River Athletic Conference. Here's Gill. Gill drives. He's got to head to the line to the easy way. That call is going to be against Texas Wesleyan number 2, Peyton Saley. And now the foul trouble game sinks in even deeper. 4:48 left to go in the second overtime period. Possession arrow, just to note, is pointing towards Texas Wesleyan.
I can see why Gill is a 6th man. He is totally taking control of the game here, doing the thing that your leaders would do on the court. He's a great floor general.
Knocks down the first shot. It's 81-80. Very rare to see games like this, especially down the stretch, especially from Our Lady of the Lake University team. And anyone would be poised to think we absolutely gassed after a slobber knocker over contest just last night and a loss to Sag U. But here they are now against these Texas Wesleyan Rams looking to crash homecoming. It looks like a travel called against Texas Wesleyan. Turnover, ball goes to the Lady of Our Lakes.
Sometimes you can't just let your big man try to dribble the ball too much. You know, that's what happens when you get him high post. Kamara likes the ball lower in the post.
Here comes Gill. Gill swings it over to Law. Law drives, goes up, and he's got it. Law has been the X factor for these visiting Saints tonight and increases the lead to 4. Shot no good. Rebound Karoma. He'll head to the line after drawing the foul there.
It looks like if you need a bucket in the paint from either team, get the ball to number 3.
That's a fair enough assessment to make. Maldonado still on the bench for the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake University. There's Kamara back to the free throw line. Gets the shooter's roll. And the dry spell ends for Texas Wesleyan. It's 84-81 now. Second shot off the back arm, no good. Rebound Mindenhoff, and here comes Gill. 4:09 and counting. Left to go in this overtime period. Gill gets it to Law. Law now looking. Has Ellis Jones. Jones drives, spins, goes up. Can't get it to go. Great job by Kamara to disrupt the floater in the corner. It's Saley. Saley swings it over. Great jab step there, but loses the basketball. And a jump ball being going to get called here. No one's going to say it's out of bounds. Also going to say it's out of bounds. Possession goes to the Saints. But great job by both gentlemen, however, to get on the floor and hustle for the basketball. This is what you like to see. Both teams are tired. 3:44 left to go. Both teams still hustling.
That's a foul on number 10.
Check that. It is a foul. Foul is going to be against Peyton Saley. Saley draws up yet another foul. It's going to be Saley's 4th foul. Interestingly enough, Juwan Jones has 4. Hoskins fouled out. Sitting with 3 fouls apiece is Venning and Harris, respectively.
And I believe that technical call was charged to Hoskins on the bench, but the bench got the call instead of him getting his 7th personal. 7 of 5, yes, I meant to say that. He is a foul. He fouled out. Sorry, guys.
Second shot falls. This lead expands as the sand is starting to fall out of the hourglass for Texas Wesleyan. And they start to pull away down 5. 3:40 left to go in the second. Second overtime period, that is. Here's Harris. Harris drives. 17-foot fadeaway jumper, rattles it home. And the Rams not going away quietly. 86-83 now. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the second overtime period. Here comes Gill as he crosses the timeline. He's guarded by Jones. Gets it over to Law. Law drives through contact, almost tried to dunk it, but loses the basketball all the way up. And here comes Jones on a 2-on-2 break. Ball gets tipped. Last touch by Our Lady of the Lake. And a substitution pending here as Saley looks to enter the ball game yet again.
Yeah, Mr. Tommy Law was trying to go up strong for that, but Harris got his hands in there. Active hands is what we're always looking for on the coaching side of things. Active hands knock the ball away.
Texas Wesleyan will inbound under their own basket now. Here's Saley. Saley gets it into Jones. Here's Jones. Jones jabs, drives right. Law fouls, and he's got it! Count the bucket! Count the bucket and an opportunity to tie with 2:53 left to go.
Juwan Jones looking like the main event right there from Linden, New Jersey. You know they know about and ones a lot in that state, and he is going for one now.
That is a street ball and one run and shoot as shot to put his Rams in perfect position to get back into this ball game. As Meade checks in for Saley, heading to the line to try to get this lead back to Texas Wesleyan will be Jones. Coach Sales speaking with the far side official. Their conversation concludes, and Jones will take his shot, and he gets it in, and it's a tie game once again. I feel like we've been here before. 2:53 and counting left to go in the second overtime period. Here comes Gill. You can hear the Sid Richardson crowd. Rockets right below us here. Minhoff draws it, he gets it! And one of his own!
Minhoff has been hot tonight. When he makes his mind up to shoot, he's going to shoot.
Minhoff, 4 for 6 from the field. Minhoff with his 14th point, second amongst his Saints teammates. And he has taken over specifically in the final minutes of the second half and these extra overtime periods.
He's only missed 2 shots from each side, 5 for 7 from the field, 3 for 5 from the field goal. And now 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Cold as ice from the charity stripe. It's now a 3-point game. Here's Jones. Jones had an and one of his own on the previous possession. It's guarded by Jones. Jones on Jones. Now it's 10 on 10. Gets it over to Harris. Harris sidesteps, fires for 3. Front iron, no good. Big time shot missed there with 2:20 left to go. That might come back to bite him. Let's find out. Here comes Gill. Gill from San Antonio, Texas. Only had 3 points in his previous game. Gill already surpassing that mark with 12. Spinning.
Good defense there by Kamara. And yeah, that was an ill-advised shot by Harris earlier.
Here's Gill on the drive. Goes up forward. Law with a rebound. Gets it back out to Jones. He's going to slow this thing down and take his time as we cross the 2-minute mark.
Lady of Our Lake is still having layup drill problems. There's like 2 guys on this team that's going to make layups,
and this could be one of them. Tommy Law can't get it to go. Gets on a rebound. Goes up. Can't get the following shot to fall, but he will head to the line for an opportunity to expand this lead.
Unlike him to not finish around the rim, but this is starting to be the problem for the Lady of Our Lake. They are not being able to finish around the rim. Law.
Seems like a player is fouled out here at the scorer's table. Signaling from the sideline. Fouling out will be a big-time loss as Harris will take a seat. He finishes his night going full freight from the field with 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 for 6 from the line, and 50%, 2 for 4 from 3. Heck of a night from the young man. Gavin Harris, a 6'6" junior guard from Jackson, Missouri, transferring from Mineral Area College.
He showed a lot of leadership today, a lot of leadership.
And here's leadership for you. Tommy Law breaks the 90-point threshold. If this keeps going, this just might break the scorebook here on the Antler Sports Network. Never had a 100-point basketball game here as Harnell checks into the ball game to get a quick breather to Rob Gill. Gill's had a heck of a game. Of course, he deserves a breather. All these cats on the floor deserve a breather. It's been a very entertaining contest as Law hits front iron no good, and that could be a big-time miss as now it's only a 4-point game now. Minute 35 left to go. Here's Venning. Venning goes up.
No shot.
No shot, but it will be free throws either way. Gill will check back in, as we suspected, just needed a quick breather there, maybe even an offense-defense substitution from fifth-year Saint head coach Chris Dial. Lady of Our Lakes University Saints in their 6th season as a member of the Red River Athletic Conference. This is their first regular season road game. Venning's first shot rattles in good. That'll make this a tad bit easier now as it's only a 1-possession game. 3 points separate these two ball clubs with 1:34 left to go as Gill checks back into the ball game.
Purnell comes in and do his job quickly and sits right back down. I'm telling you, this coach has his players for certain specific events on this team.
Shot goes down, makes it a 2-point game. Minute and a half. It's almost like you took the last 3 periods, really just the end of the second half, first overtime and second overtime. Just hit Control-C, Control-V, copy-paste it. Neither team still able to fully pull away. The biggest lead that we've seen was around 6 or so. Here's Gill. Gets it back out to Law. He's at the top of the key, taking his time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it out to Gill. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get a shot up. Gill drives. It's going to be a blocking foul. That'll send Gill to the line. That's a bit of a 50-50 call there. You could argue a charge, but I would agree with the official call for a blocking foul there.
Problem is, you can't even argue charge. The reason why he fell in the manner he did because he was already moving that direction. You have to have your position set. Your feet got to be set. You can't be doing all this.
That's going to be 5 fouls for Saley.
Oh, boy.
That's a huge blow as checking in for the first time will be Matt Nero from Killeen, Texas, and Sterling College transfer, the 5'9" sophomore guard.
Matt Nero, one of those three-point shot specialists. You cannot leave him open on the line. He will knock it down every time.
Let's see if he takes advantage, or the Rams try to take advantage of that three-point ability. 1:08 left to go as Gill steps outside and looking to stop on the three-point line as a towel flies and seem to be all set and back ready to go here. Maldonado still on the bench for Lady of Our Lake, and Dim still on the bench for Texas Wesleyan. Official tosses Gill the ball as he heads to the charity stripe. 1:08 left to go. He's a perfect 7 for 7 from the line. He's been a sure hand from the charity line. It's always good to have a guard that down the stretch can knock down free throws. It's 91-88 your score. 1:08 left to go in this second overtime period.
Sixth man of the year he's fighting for right now, if you will.
He's definitely sixth man of the night. We can give him that. As he misses his first free throw, Midholt with the rebound, however, might have to try to look towards fouling eventually. No, but it's stolen away by Jones. Jones on the brick, spins, almost lost the ball, crosses back over, has a man on the wing. Drives, goes up, count it! Count the bucket! Rami Kamara gets the bucket for two, and it's a one-point game with 56 seconds left to go.
As we said earlier, practice makes perfect. Earlier tonight, Kamara practicing those shots with hands all over him. His coach is pushing him around. It looked like a football practice. These are the things that make you better. Consistency and longevity right here in the sport of basketball.
But Kamara is 1 for 8 from the charity stripe. So far, he's my contender for Thompson Tire and Services Player of the Game. Already has a double-double to his credit. Make that a 20-point double-double. He knocks down the clutch free throw, and they'll take a timeout. We're going to keep it here for this timeout. This is a big-time moment. 91-91, we're tied again. The scorebook doesn't have enough room for a triple-digit score like we've had so far this evening.
So as I always have a good quote for you, Shaquille O'Neal said it best. It's not how many free throws you make, it's when you make them, where you make them, when you can make them.
That's always important, especially for big men in today's day and age. Got to knock down free throws down the stretch, and that's exactly what Kamara has done. Both of these teams looking to get a big-time statement win. Our Lady of the Lake, a heartbreaking loss on the road last night. Texas Wesleyan looking to start the season off strong on homecoming night.
You're tuning in to Antler Sports Network right here with the one and the only Jared Moose Jones. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button.
56 seconds left as both teams break their huddle. I know we say this, we've said this a whole lot, but once again, it's crunch time. I sound like a KFC commercial as much crunch time as I'm talking about. 91 all your score. I'm still calling it. Whoever makes this next mistake will most likely win this ball game. But only time will tell the true tell between these teams. Here we go. Our Lady of the Lakes will inbound. Here's Gill. Second overtime period. Gill crosses the timeline. 49 seconds. They could go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Gets it out to Jones. Jones is stolen away. He's got a wide open fast break. Gets it over to Vinny. Vinny gets it tipped, but Nero with it. Nero saving the Wesleyan Rams. 33 seconds left.
That is an outstanding steal by Kamara.
Shot clock and game clock separated by 13. Jones drives, goes up, charge taken, no call. Blocking foul called. No shot, however, but it will be a 2 free throws as the Saints are not happy about that last call. And that was a pretty relatively late call. You would have think that it would have made almost that contact. Especially in these moments, you want to make sure you get the proper call without altering the outcome of the game too much with 22.2 left to go in this ball game. And of course, there's no review.
So Kamara hits that 1 free throw. That tipped the hat for me for player of the game. Then he comes back down on the other end and gets his grand steal. This man has not given up on any plays tonight, and that's the kind of basketball we love to see in both conferences, Red River Athletic Conference and the Sooner Athletic Conference. This is NAIA basketball.
I feel like the player of the game should be really determined by who wins this game. Let's go Kamara for the Rams if they win this one. And I'm going with Minhoff for Our Lady of the Lake for his late night heroics. It takes a true player, it takes a true athlete to come in the way that he has off the bench and pretty much take the role as the scapegoat scorer, getting a bucket whenever he can. First free throw is up, and he's got it. 22 seconds left, and it's 92-91 here at Sid Richardson Center on the campus of Texas Wesleyan University.
I hear you on the Minhoff, but you cannot take your eye off Ruben Monzon. He's still here. He's still in the game.
Second free throw is up and got it. 22 seconds left. Shot clock separated by 2 seconds. You don't want to leave too much time on the clock. 2 seconds, still plenty of time. And a timeout called for Our Lady of the Lake University. We'll take the timeout with them. It's 16 seconds left. Winner take all here in this ball game. We'll be back after this short break. You're watching NAIA college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
Winning decisions, you need a championship team in your corner. Monument Realty, led by Anthony Hyder, is that championship team. With countless houses sold in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you're sure to score the right abode for you and your family. If finding the perfect home is in your future's game plan, then Monument Realty and Anthony Hyder are your perfect play call to get the job done. Monument Realty in Frisco, Texas, the official realtor company of the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, and the Antler Sports Network.
Back in double overtime, 16 seconds left. Shot clock is turned off. The Rams have 2 timeouts. The Saints only have 1. Parnell on the inbound. Gets it into Monson. Monson spins, goes up. Can't get it to go long with the rebound. He goes up. He's got it. Tommy Law's got it. Tie game yet again. Shot is counted.
Getting 8 seconds put on the clock, I believe. Yeah, he put 8 minutes, but yes, 8 seconds.
8 seconds now. We want to try to get this right. This is plenty of time.
I don't think Tommy Law has any points outside of the paint with the exception of his few field goals.
And he doesn't even need to get points outside. You know what they always say? You got to get in where you fit in. Tommy Law has made a living in that paint, and he has given his Lady of the Lakes teammates a reason to stay in this game. 4 seconds. Fade away. Jumper! No good! We are going to yet another overtime. They don't want us to go home, and we won't go home. We'll take a timeout when we come back. Overtime number 3. You're watching college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens.
And you got cut rate car insurance? Paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice.
So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Did you know you had a Texas State bucket list must-see right in the heart of East Texas? It's Circle M Crawfish in Big Sandy, Texas. Circle M is more than just crawfish. It's home to the best deep-fried catfish in town. There's something for everybody to enjoy, including chicken fried steak, burgers, and ready-for-game-day wings. Circle M has everything you need to have a good time with the whole family, with a gated playground to keep kiddos entertained. Circle M Crawfish on State Highway 155 in Big Sandy, Texas, home of Circle M Rivalry Week.
If they don't want to go home, guess we won't go home either. Third overtime period, fresh 5 minutes on the clock. This presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Very first presentation of college basketball and the very last broadcast of year number 1 of Antler Sports Network broadcasting. As a founder, I personally want to give all of our viewers, sponsors, supporters, followers a thank you from the bottom of my heart for making the Antler Sports Network broadcasting powerhouse that it has been. I want to thank all the schools and coaches that have helped the Antler Sports Network keep solid content. I also want to thank the athletes who put their bodies, blood, sweat, and tears on the line for our enjoyment and our broadcasting pleasure. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson with you, Fresh 5. Ball is being prepared to be tipped off. And here we go yet again. Basketball continuing here. And this is at Richardson Center. 93-93 your score. This most likely might be the first ever triple-digit basketball game in Antler Sports Network history. As Gill on the drive slides out of bounds, slides a good 7 or 8 yards there. Good enough for a Our Lady of the Lake first down. We're not playing football here as Gill will head to the line. There's, of course, an overtime, both teams sitting in the bonus as Gill will go to the line and get points the easy way. 4:46 left to go in this fifth overall period of basketball. First shot rattles in and good.
And coach is sending in from Texas Wesleyan and sending in another three-point specialist for a three-point specialist, but a little bit bigger man. He's 6'6", junior forward, Marki Janovic.
Marki Jovic from Serbia. Second shot falls. It's 95-93 here. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in this overtime period. We've almost played as much overtime basketball as an equivalent of one actual half of play, one regulation half of play. Down low. Into Jovanovic, and it's tipped away, stolen away by Gill. Checks his shoe. He seemed to be limping a little bit, and this could be trouble for Our Lady of the Lake. The Rams have 3 timeouts. The Saints only have 1. And Gill seems to be hobbled up. Hopefully this isn't anything too serious. Gets it out to Law. Law with it. Swings it back out to Gill.
Looks like
Gill
they're trying to get
low.
man off something open in the corner, but it's
Monzon
been stalled.
Fades, and he's got it. Right at the end of the shot clock as the buzzer sounds. And that's a big-time shot with 9:50 left to go. Excuse that, check that, 3:50 left to go in this overtime period. The Rams swinging the ball around as they typically do. Pull-up jumper, he's got it. That's going to be a 2-point shot, however. That one extra foot, shout out to my Kevin Durant fans out there. They know that very well. That 1 foot, that 1 point taken away is going to be huge down the stretch. 97-95 with 3.5 left to go in this overtime period. Gill swings it over to Law. Law guarded by Vinny. Law looking for something. He finds Monzon.
Monzon has such a smooth game. He never gets into a hurry. He just takes his time.
Quick 3 from Gill from way out front iron, no good as the shot clock sounds yet again. Rebound by me. And here come the Rams. Vinny.
Beautiful behind the
back. Got it.
Beautiful behind the back move from Vinny once again.
Tied game. We're not in at 97. 2:56 left to go. Gill crosses the timeline. Hopefully that ankle seems to be okay. Pending substitution for the Saints, and guess who it is? Oscar Maldonado. This could be a big-time substitution here. Could be a game changer. Speaking of game changers, here's Monzon. Tries to get it onto Minroth, and it's tipped out of bounds. Possession back to the Saints. As Maldonado and company check back in. Also checking in is Georges Darvich, the starting senior point guard for the Saints. Hadn't seen a lot of time since regulation concluded, but they're back on the floor now. 2:39 left to go. We're not at 97. Here to inbound is Darvich.
Darvich looking like that wrist still kind of hurts a little bit, but he's hanging in here.
Darvich looking for Maldonado.
We got a 5-second violation.
5-second call. That's a big-time turnover, and that's a big-time breaking for this Texas Wesleyan defense. Need a little bit of a moment to check out this press that Our Lady of the Lakes thought they might be implementing, but they seem to be backing off. Just going to try to defend in the half court now with 2.5 left to go. Knotted up at 97. 1 timeout for Our Lady of the Lake. 3 timeout for Texas Wesleyan. Both teams at the double bonus for the overtime period. Goes up through contact, and he's got it. Jones gives Texas Wesleyan the lead yet again.
It's just who wants it better? Who wants it more?
2:10 left to go. Here's Darvich. Darvish crosses.
Our Lady of the Lake running their trademark strong motion offense.
Here's Prunell. Prunell going to take it himself, and he'll head to the line. That could be a big-time opportunity for Prunell to put his mark on this ball game. And it's 99-97 with 2 minutes of counting left to go. Pending substitution for Our Lady of the Lake, and Rob Gill looks to check back in. Seems that his ankle might be okay. There's a little bit of chatter coming from the Texas Wesleyan bench. Already got a technical for it one time. Hopefully they don't get another technical. But on the line is Parnell. Parnell shot, rattles out, no good. That's a big-time miss there as Gill checks back in. It's still notched at 99-97. As Maldonado suspiciously comes off the floor. I would believe that be a guy that cheated one on the floor at some point, but I guess that's why I get paid to broadcast and not paid to coach.
Same here. I totally understand the sentiment.
Parnell knocks down the second shot, however, and makes this lead only one now. 2 minutes remaining in this ball game as you hear our PA announcer decree here at the St. Richardson Center. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson here for your broadcasting festivities. The inaugural broadcast of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network, brought to you by Thompson Tire and Services. And Tyler on the drive, goes up through contact, can't get it. Second shot doesn't fall. The shot for Kamara can't go either, and it's rebounded by Minhoff. Here's Gill with it. Minute and a half, 24 on the shot clock as he crosses the timeline limpingly. He's definitely not 100%. Anybody could notice that. But still on the floor playing, insisting that he gets back in as he continues to make a mark on this ball game. Takes the screen, drives to his right, goes up, and in one! Count it! Count the bucket! And we have hit century territory, ladies and gentlemen.
As I said, your floor general right here off the bench, taking over the game. Sixth man of the year, not just the day.
He might have earned himself a starting spot after this performance.
I definitely would give him one.
Brush your shoulders off, young man. Indeed, he definitely deserves it. He's had a heck of a ball game. His checking out will be Darvish.
I'm kind of like you myself. I'm not understanding why Maldonado's not getting a little bit more time tonight.
As the free throw rattles in.
Coach has his defensive specialist, Purnell, out there in this case.
This is a huge game here for both of these teams as they both look to start their seasons on a great note. Step back three. Jones can't get it to fall. Rebound, Gill. Gill is all over the floor this ball game as we cross into the seconds now. 58 seconds to go, 101-99. And this is Texas Wesleyan's game to win and the Saints' game to lose. Gill taking his time, going to use as much of this shot clock as he can as the shot clock sits at 13.
Purnell with the great recovery, or track back speed, as we like to say.
Here's Gill, sidesteps, drives right out to Minhoff. Minhoff post for three, no good. Offensive foul call. Possession goes to Texas Wesleyan with 37 even left to go in this ball game. Shot clock, game clock separated by 7 mere seconds. 7 seconds is a lot of time, as we've seen.
You're just not going to get away with pushing off these days. You cannot push off as you used to.
Here come the Rams. Rams looking to go 2-0. The Saints looking to get back to 500. Here's Finney. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock. Kamara gets it up. Jones goes up, can't get it. Tipped out by me, and it's crowd by Law. Law gets it to Gill. 13 seconds left. They need the foul. And they do. Substitution.
You see Coach Cristal over there giving some great instructions to Tommy Law, trying to keep his guys calm.
Injured Ram on the floor here. It's Jawan Jones. Seems to be a lower upper ankle sprain, and this could be huge with 12 seconds left, not just for this ballgame, but for the rest of this young man's season. As Jones has definitely left his mark on this game. He gets up under his own power. Jones so far 7 for 15 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown. 19 points, 4 personal fouls, 2 rebounds. As Gill goes back to the line to try to expand this lead, and a solid trip to the free throw line could possibly put this game on ice. I didn't think I'd say that at this point. Gill's first free throw. No good. A big-time miss from Gill. It's still 101-99. 2-point game with 12.1 left to go. Gill typically almost automatic from the line. That free throw misses, and he's now 10 for 12. Takes a lone dribble, shot goes up, and he nails this one. It's 102-99, 10 seconds left, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, drives up, goes for the jam, and he throws it down! Big time dunk. But the math is not in the Rams' favor. It's 102-101. And a timeout called, and we'll keep it here. Justin Jackson, what do you think about that decision? I understand you want to go for whatever shot's available to you, but now you give the Saints 5 seconds left.
That's one of those situations where you really can't make a decision on that. You don't want to step out. They haven't been really knocking down threes all day. So the quickest shot, the open shot is the shot that you take. Trust your defense. Trust your defense.
The Rams shooting 5 of 22 for 22.7% from behind the arc. The Saints, as we would expect, shooting a lot better from the line, 8 for 19, shooting a pretty solid 42.1%. As we see Coach Shingleton instructing his Rams team, they need to get one stop. Clock change there, 7 seconds now showing on the clock. That's plenty of time to try to get a stop, as the Rams still have 2 timeouts in their pocket to try to use, and the Saints only have 1 timeout now. His final 7 seconds determine the winner of this ball game as expected. Over the baseline now was Parnell. Parnell gets to the Gill, ball tip. Gill gets fouled and he'll head to the line. Went 1 for 2 on his last trip. And that was almost a big time possible turnover from Parnell, but luckily Gill able to get possession of the basketball. And now the pressure is all on him. Can he knock down these free throws?
Gills came in off the bench. He's manned up, as you say, earned a starting spot if it was up to you tonight. This is what you want from your junior guard. Like I said, he's been there, done that.
Gill exhales at the line. Shot goes up, nails it.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow. No pressure at all.
Colder than your Twitter DMs. 103, 101, 5.6 seconds now on the clock. This third overtime period. Gill takes his lone dribble, releases, nails it. You have to put up a 3 this time. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Shot goes up. Good! It's good!
My God.
It's good!
What is going on in Fort Worth, Texas, ladies and gentlemen? This is an Antler Sports broadcast.
Shot goes down! 104! 104! One more overtime. We'll take one more break. This is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens.
And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice.
So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Back for playing period number 6. Overtime number 4. Jared Jones, Justin Jackson. The first presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network, and the very last broadcast of year 1 of Antler Sports Network basketball. And that'll finish overtime. There were still 0.2 seconds left on the clock, and we'll keep it here.
Mr. Jones, I have one question for you. How many basketball broadcasts have you had this year?
This is around broadcast number 14 or 15 for this network. Almost as many overtimes as we've had today. We've had breathtaking performances similar to this, but nothing has been on this scale. Let's look at the stats brought to you by Circle M Crawfish, the official restaurant of the Antler Sports Network. turnover battle still being led by Our Lady of the Lakes with 23. Texas Wesleyan with 29. Points are turnovers. Consequently, it's been relatively close. Texas Wesleyan with 26. Our Lady of the Lake with 21. Total rebounds, the gap has been closed quite a bit from the last time we checked earlier on in regulation. Texas Wesleyan 45. Our Lady of the Lake not too far behind with 41. Offensive rebounds, I say, is a pretty good factor. 14 for Texas Wesleyan, 10 for Our Lady of the Lake, but most importantly, defensive rebounds. Our Lady of the Lake 31, Texas Wesleyan 31. Assists, relatively low for Texas Wesleyan, only 3 assists for the Rams, 14 assists for Our Lady of the Lake. 2 blocks for the Rams, 1 block for the Saints, 13 steals for the Rams, 8 steals for the Saints, and total fouls, almost as many fouls as turnovers. 31 fouls for the Rams, 27 fouls for Our Lady of the Lakes. Needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, these numbers in this entire contest has left us absolutely speechless as we get ready for overtime number 4.
Rob Gill has taken over 21 points tonight coming off the bench. This has been an amazing performance on his behalf.
I don't think they want us to go home. I do not think they want us to go home.
Akili Venning throwing down 3-point shot.
Here we go. Tip-off is away, and here comes Gill. 104 to 104. Over to Law. Law, 16 on the shot clock. Minhoff, back to Gill. Gill, great head fake. Drives, goes up. He's got it. Gill continues to show that even though he's a smaller guard amongst a very large Texas Wesleyan team, he's still able to get shots up at will, however he best so fits. He's stolen by Gill, inbounds pass. Last touch by, they're going to say, Kamara last touched the basketball. And the official's talking it over, and I thought that Gill was the last person to touch it. And that's what it will be. I feel like that's the correct call there. Good job by the officials to communicate that last disagreement.
That is definitely the correct call. Gill even turned his body towards the out of bounds line, so you knew that's where the ball went.
Here's Juwan Jones. Jones drives, goes up, gets contested, falls on the floor. No foul called, however. He pops up quick and is already across the sideline.
That's the one thing Purnell has been doing good at. You can't take him off one-on-one playback. He is a defensive specialist. That's the only reason why he's on the court.
Draw by Law. He's got it yet again. Guess who? Tommy Law extends the lead to 4, and the Rams looking to get back at him fast. Goes back up, sent away. That's a block by Our Lady of the Lake University. And they're looking to try to pull away here. This will be a great opportunity to do so. 3:44 and counting left to go in this overtime period. Gill drives off the screen. Scoop layup. Can't get the N1 to fall, but he will go to the line.
It looks like Tommy Law is coming up a little gimpy. I don't know. He grabbed his Achilles at first, and I'm trying to see as he takes that step. It looks like he's almost dragging his foot. That injury may be more serious than it looks right now. I've definitely had an Achilles tear my days of soccer.
Gill knocks down his first free throw, expanding the Saints lead to 5 with 3.5 left to go. Second shot falls. It's 110-104, 6-point game now. And the Rams seeming to fall flat on offense. Now they got to get a bucket to stay in this ball game. Time to go away quickly. Here's Rum. If anybody has to get a bucket, it's him as he gets the tough layup from soaring from the short corner over to the block with 3:12 left to go. It's 106 to 110. The Rams still down, however.
Beautiful pass came from G. They're starting to work the ball around.
And good to see Maldonado's on the floor as well. Parnell, head fakes, looking for something.
Oh, boy.
Gets it out to Monson. Monson rises, gets the layup for 2.
He is good at that. He will leave you back at the three-point line waiting and wondering, where did he just go?
Head fake, swings it back over to Jones. Jones, Hezzies, goes up. He's got it. It rattles through for 2. And a timeout called. We'll take that timeout with him. This is NAIA College Basketball on the Antler Sports Network. .240 left to go. Overtime period number 4 in the Sid Richardson Center. I feel like everybody currently in the gym is tired, including us here on the Antler Sports Network. Jarrett Jones, Justin Jackson with you for tonight's ball game. 2.5 minutes left to decide who's the better of these two respective ball clubs. Here's Gill. Gets it out to Monson. Monson drives, goes up, and it's sent away by Kamara. Kamara, great job staying on his feet, staying in time with Monson step by step. Something that seems to be a bit of an issue for these Rams defenders to do. As Monson, to his credit, has 20 points, attack almost 13 rebounds, 8 from 11 from the field, a very efficient night from the 6'5" graduate forward from San Diego, California.
So how many fouls is that for him?
That most recent foul, there was no foul call. It was just a simple block, thankfully. I think might have seen a couple of calls that we may agree or disagree with, but I can definitely say that was a clear as day block. Substitutions being made. Officials seem ready to go. We're ready to go here once again with 2:19 left to go. Minhag trying to get open. He doesn't get to the corner to Maldonado. Maldonado drives, goes up. Can't get it to fall. Rebound corralled by Kamara. Here are the Rams. 2:10 left to go. Goes up and under. Finish. Rattles it through. Jawan Jones. 112-110. This back to a one-possession ball game, as if it was any doubt that this would get back to being a close game yet again. Check that song fitting after that last bucket. Top of the key, 3. Guess who from downtown? Paul Minhoff from Ludwigsburg, Germany. The big German, very Dirk-esque tonight. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for this presentation of college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. I also want to thank Texas Wesleyan University for hosting our broadcast for tonight and all future broadcasts of Ram basketball as we march into the 2022-2023 season. Be sure to follow the ASN on social media, on Twitter at @Antler_SN. Go to youtube.com/@AntlerSN. Go to Facebook, it's just facebook.com/Antler Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the bell icon to be notified when the Antler Sports Network goes live. And if you want to see when and where we will be on a day-to-day basis, on a month-to-month basis as the calendar year marches on, go to www.antlersn.com/schedule. 1:47 left to go as the timeout concludes. The Rams look to get things back up and running. Ball gets inbounded to Vinny.
Maladano is up there waiting on him like a hungry bear.
Gets the screen from Jovinic. Gets the layup to fall. And that's Vinny yet again.
Vinny just looked at Maladano and told him, you cannot stop me. I don't know why your coach is putting you in trouble like this.
1:25 left to go. Maldonado slips, keeps possession, however, gets it out to Monson. Monson drives, gets to that spot that he likes, rises up, and he's got it. That's a kid where if he gets where he wants to go, I am 99% sure he's going to put the ball in the bucket.
And in not a hurry, no pressure, they're just going to walk up and put a shot up on you.
3 for me, got it! Made from downtown. Gives the Rams the lead. Check that, gives the Rams a 2-point deficit now with 53 seconds left to go. Here's Parnell, looking for Menhoff, can't get it to him. Gill drives, he doesn't get it either. Gets it out to Monson. This is the ball. This is the man I want the ball in the hands of. 40 seconds, jabs, turns, shoots. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by me with 34 seconds left and counting. And the Rams have an opportunity to get a big-time bucket here. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 5 seconds. Shot of the backboard, no good. Last touch, Maldonado most likely. Maldonado took a pretty scary fall there. Luckily, his body rolled along the basketball, preventing anything too treacherous from occurring. Looks like Maldonado will head to the charity stripe to continue to earn his stripes. He's had a very solid game off the bench. One thing about this Saints team, you might take their starters out of the game, but guess what? They have a second unit that'll kill you just as efficiently and just in as many ways as the starting unit will.
Finally getting a chance to see Denbeck come to the court. A nice sub. Get Vinny some time on the bench. A couple of breaths and blows.
Maldonado's first shot falls. And that expands this lead to 3 with 26 seconds left.
That is a foul out by Vinny, by the way.
Big time loss there. And if I know so far this ball game, it doesn't matter how much time is left. Still a possibility as Maldonado's shot misses, and it's a one-possession game. Shot clock turned off. This could be another final shot situation. The Rams at best can tie. Gets it out to me. Me downtown. No good air balls. Save flyer, Kosoma. Koroma gets it out of bounds, and the Rams still have a chance with 13.1 seconds left.
Took out the photographer down there on the end, but it was worth the hustle.
He seems to be
okay.
Okay, hopefully that camera's okay, because I know that camera is not cheap.
Not at all. That camera is a down payment on the car, if not more.
Probably more in some cases. In this case, they'll take a timeout, but we're going to keep it here this go-around as the first horn already sounds. Short timeout taken.
We're having us a cowboy good time watching the Rams play against the Saints right here.
Justin, what I want you to do, I want you to go ahead and get your phone ready. I want you to get an interview with the winning coach of this ball game, because this is going to be amazing here. We'll handle it up here. Hopefully we can try to get an interview done. It seems that, Justin, we will try to get an interview with our very own Justin Jackson with the winning coach here as the Rams try to inbound it now. 13 seconds left. Gets it out to Jones. Jones drives, goes in, and he's got the bucket. Timeout taken. We will take a timeout with him. Back after this timeout, this is college basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Back after this timeout taken, 9 seconds left to go It's a 1-point ball game after the layup is up and good from Texas Wesleyan. So far, our scoring leaders for Our Lady of the Lake University, Rob Gill with 25, Monzo with 22, Tommy Law with 18 for the Rams, the fouled out Vinny with 28, Jones with 23, and Kamara with 22. A team that's not afraid to beat you in many different ways on both of these ball clubs, going deep into their bench and their reserves to try to get quality possessions down the stretch here. Here's Gill. Gill with it. Gill steps out of bounds, and it's possession Texas Wesleyan. It's 6 seconds left. 6 seconds left to go. Gill steps out of bounds. 1-point game, 6 seconds to go. This is going to go down to the wire. We have our Justin Jackson going down to get an interview with the winning head coach, whether that be Chris Dial of the Our Lady of the Lake University Saints or Texas Wesleyan's Coach Brennan Shingleton. Texas Wesleyan has it. 6 seconds left. Meade inbound. They're looking for Jones. They get it to him. 3 seconds and counting. He drives. Goes up. It's stolen away. It's stolen away. A foul is called. There's no time showing on the clock, but a timeout seems to be taken. They might have gotten the timeout well before the steal was even made. No, they're going to call the foul. Foul's called as there's still time on the clock. It's going to be interesting how this pans out. There's half a second showing on the game clock. It's a 1-point game. On the line is Monson. Monson so far from the stripe is 3 for 7. So far, Monson has shot 1 for 3 and even 33%. Shot goes up, he nails it, and that might be the dagger. 119 to 117. Second shot pending for Monson. Shot goes up, misses it. 0.5 left to go, half-court shot, no good, and that's your ball game. The saga at Sid finally concludes. Your final score, Our Lady of the Lake University, 119. Texas Wesleyan, 117. We are going to take a much-needed break. Our own Justin Jackson will hopefully get an interview with the winning coach from Our Lady of the Lake, Chris Dale, as he goes to 1-1 on the season. In the all-time series, still in the Rams' favor, but now all-time, 11 for the Rams, now 8 for Our Lady of the Lake. Back after this break. This is back here for the Antler Sports Network for this broadcast of college basketball on the ASN. The Texas Wesleyan Rams fall on homecoming 119-117 with the winning coach of the Saints. Chris Dial is with our own Justin Jackson. Justin, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Chris Dials. After this extreme win, Coach, how does it feel to get a quadruple overtime win out of the way?
I'm exhausted. And so I don't know how tired these guys are. I don't know how they did it. But, man, it was fun because you saw a bunch of young men just playing their hearts out on both sides. So it was a really fun game.
I'm proud of you, Coach. This has been 2 games in a row where you guys have had to take it down to the buzzer. Going ahead and getting over the hump this game. How does it feel?
It's great. I mean, it's early in the season. Coach Shingleton and his staff do such an incredible job. We try to seek this game out every year because this is the kind of game that we expect to see in the postseason if we're fortunate enough to get there. So, a lot of stuff to clean up. These four folks had to sit around and watch some bad basketball for a long time, but it was fun. The atmosphere was great, and we're just fortunate it could have gone either way.
Coach, energy. How do you feel about having such a big-time six-man coming off the bench, taking over, being somebody you can trust on the court?
Yeah, we're fortunate. We got some good guys. I mean, there was a lot of options over here. Coaches tend to get stuck in those tight lineups late in games. You don't expect to do that again and then again and then again and then again. So we were fortunate to be able to put some fresh legs on at the end. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Coach. We love you coming out to participate. I'm proud of your guys as well. Thank you for coming out, Coach, giving us another round of great NAIA basketball. Back to you up in there, catwalk, Moose Jones. This has been Justin Jackson for Antler Sports Network.
Thank you to Justin Jackson for the amazing interview. We're going to go ahead and enshrine our Thompson Tire and Services Player of the Game, and I'm sure Justin can agree with this as well. It easily will go to Ruben Monson of Our Lady of the Lake University. Final stat line goes as follows: 23 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 for 9 from the line, 1 for 1 from downtown, 9 for 14 from the field, and only 3 fouls in a game that saw 34 fouls for Texas Wesleyan and 27 fouls for the Our Lady of the Lake Saints. Once again, this is Jared Jones saying good night from Texas Wesleyan University. For our crew, thank you once again, Tommy, to my immediate left for working the camera. Thank you to Justin Jackson. For Jared Jones and the rest of the Antler Sports Network faithful, so long, everybody. Let's go home, buddy.